Oh, we're back. What happened there?
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what happened. I think
Oh,
it went.
well, that's very nice
I
that
don't.
we're live. Look at that.
Yeah, we're live. The intro isn't rolling.
Should we try again? Oh, there we are.
Good evening.
We disappeared for a while,
Yeah.
but
I
we're
know it.
back. We're full
Yeah.
of beans and happy life, and
Here
we're
we are.
back. Yeah, I got to shut up. You're the host. I'm just you're the
You're a
hostess with the
guest.
mostest. I'm the
Yeah.
guestest with the leastest.
Yes, on your own channel. That's the way we like it. Welcome everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another week of Rokk Players, the show where we talk video games, essentially. As you can see, just me and one lovely guest today so far, but we have some more dropping in later. But welcome, Rokk.
Well, welcome to you, my friend.
Yeah,
There you are.
welcome
there
to
you
your
are.
channel.
Yes. My lightings. How's this lighting, Bjorn? Because I
I
can't.
like it. It feels cozy.
Is it cozy? Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
mine feels
Oh.
a bit cold at the moment, but like yours feels cozy.
Yeah, but you can't be cold because you're wearing you've got your Dad Plays Games
Yeah.
T-shirt on. Look at
Ta-da.
that! Wow, it's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, very good.
So
Push
yeah.
your own merch, mate. Nobody
Yeah,
else will do it.
I like wearing it, so like it's a comfy T-shirt. I'm happy with it. But also, yeah.
Birthday boy, here he
Hey,
is.
it's birthday boy! Happy birthday to no copyright strike.
I don't know who
Yeah.
owns that now. I know Warner Brothers bought it, didn't
Isn't
they?
it? Isn't it like public domain by now? I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think it's not. I think they can't charge you anymore, or
Yeah,
whatever
it
is that
has
they
to
do.
be public domain by now.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. What do I know? Not a lot. Not a lot.
Let's turn on some music in the background. There we go. But yeah, so another week. What have you been up to, man? You playing
Well,
anything fun?
apart from the normal, the clock and rock show, I've been really falling in love with my Nintendo Switch, which is a sentence that I never ever thought I would say.
Yeah.
I was never into them at all, and I've said it a million times. It was when my daughter got one for Christmas, and it's Mario Kart and Animal Crossing. And I just thought, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Although, I have been a bit disappointed with Zelda Breath of the Wild, which,
Oh.
yeah, I mean, that's
You're
sacrilege.
the
'cause
first one to ever say that, I think.
I know. People say it's the best game ever made. Do you know what I think it is? Because I played Phoenix,
Yeah.
Unreal. What was it called? Phoenix.
Immortals. Phoenix
Immortals.
Rising.
That's right, Phoenix Rising. And Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
They were both clones of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Definite clones.
I think Immortals was more polished. So I've come to it and thought, well, if anything, it's made me want to go back and play more Phoenix.
Well, it achieved something then.
However,
very happy
it
with
is,
that.
yeah, it is good. And of course, the new one, Tears of the Kingdom, is coming up as well. So yeah, I mean, but I am really, really pleased. I've spent a fortune. Apart from the actual box itself, which wasn't too bad, I've bought Animal Crossing at full price plus the DLC, because like an idiot, I originally thought the DLC was Animal Crossing at a very cheap price, so I bought that first. I've bought Mario Kart, I bought Breath of the Wild, and a new controller, another dock, so that I can have a second dock to take on holiday and to stream with. And so I've ended up actually spending a small fortune, but I'm happy with my purchases. On top of that, what have I played? I've been doing some Luna streaming. That was quite good fun. Do you know, accidentally before the show today, I installed Batman Arkham Knight on the Xbox. I don't know how I managed it, but I went back in, and I don't know how old that game is now, but
Yeah,
it looks amazing still. If
Yeah.
if you
It's one of those
played it,
things, yeah.
if you
Like,
played it for the first time today, you'd think it was a current
Yeah.
next gen game. It's
Yeah, like
amazing.
I'm sure there are details where you can like spot the age of it all, but like in general, yeah, I saw that one. But like in general, I think like if a game has an art style that works,
Yeah.
and like and nails the lighting, which was possible like for years,
Yeah.
games can hold up very well to this day without problem.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was impressed. And then I've got, but the Switch has really been it's been the one thing that's been
It's a
a
new shiny
revelation.
toy in your life.
Yeah, but more than that, because you know what I'm like with shiny toys.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't last long. If after a little while I think, do you know what? Buyer's remorse. I'm not going to play this for very long. Then I send it back. No questions asked. The
PSVR 2, everyone.
Switch is definitely here for the long haul for me.
Yeah, it is
I
a
love
good
it.
system. Like I think, like, I mean, if we have a game on the PS4 and on the Switch, my son will always be played on the Switch.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. And let's face it, the young folk, they are the most discerning of clients, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
You know, as it goes. How about you, my good friend? What have you been up to this past week?
I've played a little bit of a couple of different things. I'm playing a little bit of a game called Oni, which I'm playing for like a review copy to make a review of.
Oni? How do you
Yeah,
spell it?
Oni, the Road to the Mightiest Oni is the full name of it.
Oh, wow.
It's an indie game that I got a key through through working with Jonkar on the Cloud Gaming Catalog. He received the key. Like, it's not available on cloud, so he was like,
Right.
"It's not on cloud, but they want us to do a review. You think you could do it?" And I said, "Sure." And I'm realizing, like 30 minutes in, I realized that this game is not very good. I don't like it at all. So I feel really bad about writing that review and keep playing it because I don't like it. But I need to play it for the review because we have problems in my review. So yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, not
That's a
enjoying
shame,
that right
isn't
now.
it? What do you do?
Yeah.
Because on the one
And, like-
hand, you kind of owe it to your viewers.
Yeah, to the audience as well. Yeah, and also, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt anyone's
No.
feeling because I'm I'm very
I
like
know.
I have a phobia of conflict. And
Well, I think we all do, but not just
Yeah,
that.
but like,
I think if you've got any level of emotion as a human, you're going to be thinking to yourself,
Yeah.
how many hours have they poured into
Yeah,
this
because
game?
no
and
developer
developing
wants to
it?
make a bad game.
No. You see, I'd rather not say anything because that's what I'm like.
Yeah, but we have
you're not-
problems with the publisher, so we kind of have to now.
Well, why don't you have a conversation with the publisher first
Yeah,
and
we probably
say
should.
say, look, I'm going to be brutally honest if I do review this.
Yeah.
But I will be objective. It's not opinion based. It's pure. But I'd rather not because I don't want to, I don't want to upset anybody.
Yeah,
At the
it's a game, and it feels like the game has like a couple of good ideas that are good on their own, but together don't work at all.
Right. Okay.
So
What
yeah,
about
it's
what about
just
execution itself? Technically, is it okay, or is it like an
it's
8-bit?
it's okay, but I also like reading through and like I'm playing it on Shadow,
Yeah.
and have no issues at all. But I'm reading through the Steam reviews, and it's every single one is like it's mostly negative reviewed on Steam. Very much all of them says horrible performance. Like people with like 1080s can barely get 30 FPS, and it's not like it's not it shouldn't like that. It's
Well,
bad
I mean,
optimization,
it's not
so,
like
yeah.
you're going to be the first one out there, then, is it?
No.
In terms of putting, and I think as long as you
Yeah.
are true and
Yeah, and
honest
there,
to
and like
yourself,
to be fair to it, there are some good elements to it as well. Like
well,
there are some
focus on the good
Yeah.
bits.
Yeah,
and
definitely, I will.
We
but
used to
it's
call
like,
it a shit sandwich.
It's
so
slog to get through. Yeah,
a couple of slices of very happy. This is a great game bread with this is really crap right in the middle.
Yeah. it's just a weird feeling to be playing something that you like, forcing yourself to play a game that you don't really enjoy. It's
Yeah.
a weird thing. Like usually I'm used to like, that was fun. I just move on. But like now
Yeah.
I have to. It's weird. But other than that, I've played like another new game that I really like though, which is kind of small. Hey, Vet, welcome. Our guest has joined us.
Well, I think he has. There's a message in private chat saying Vet is back, but I'm just seeing a rotating avatar. So I'm
Yeah,
not-
I can see him. Don't worry.
Can you? Oh, good. I can't. Must be me. Are you
Yeah,
sure?
yeah. The
Are you hearing
well,
him?
yeah. It's yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh, I'm not seeing. Okay, I'm going to refresh
so weird.
my browser.
go for it.
Well, no, I'm looking at the live stream on YouTube, and there is no vet there. But hang on, there may be some noise.
It's weird. I can see him and hear him loud and clear, but
Yeah, no, he's on there. It's me. I'll refresh my browser.
Yes.
Don't you worry.
No worries. No worries. It's probably fine. I was just gonna say I'm also really enjoying a game currently called Tray Racers. And that's weird. Phoenix, welcome.
Phoenix! Look at that.
How
I
are
see.
ya?
I go out and come back, and the whole room's full of amazing people. What's that all about? No,
Crystal can't see you either.
I had to refresh, and then I couldn't. You may just sudden.
Hope for the best.
No, you're good. No, don't go anywhere. I think when I come back on the live stream, you'll be there. Hang on. Yes, there you are. No, you're not. It's Phoenix. But it doesn't matter. We can see Phoenix. That's all that matters, mate.
Exactly.
and we can see you, and you don't look any different. In fact, it's worse because you're semi-naked. So I think
He's got his shoulders out.
no, I like your mountain man shoulders, mate. It's it reminds me of Grizzly Adams. It was one of my favourite shows.
Not quite to my length, though, I'm sure. Oh no, Crystal can't hear you either.
Well, there's always scope for another Santa at Christmas. Sam, how are you feeling? Because you've had COVID and you've been in bed all week and with nothing but a Switch to keep you warm.
No, today is my first day out of... No, yesterday was my first day out of bed. But yeah, since Thursday night,
Oh, bless you.
I was locked in my bedroom with my Switch, which completely saved me.
No, I'm just kidding. You can use it.
I was so bored. Unbelievably bored. But yeah.
It's really sweet because I've got a Switch. I don't know if you know this, but every time I'd fire it up, and in the corner it would say, Miss Phoenix is playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. And all these, I knew exactly what she was doing all day long. So much so, Bjorn, I actually turned off the notifications of when I'm playing because I thought, actually, this could get awkward. So
Yeah, I easily put in about 10 hours a day when I wasn't sleeping.
oh,
Yeah, that's good work.
yeah, it's good.
My valley looks amazing. It's never looked so good.
Well, it's task-based, you see, so it feels like you're working, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's kind of faux work.
exactly. If you want to break from Dreamlight Valley, there is a new game out which is free to download from the developers who made Fogs, which was this cute family game on there was on Stadia and other consoles as well, where you play like as two interconnected sort of dogs, but not really dogs, like a dog worm thing.
Fogs was a weird game.
Yeah, it was a weird game, but it was
Yeah.
a fun little puzzler. But they have released a new game called Tray Racers, where you basically race downhill sitting on a tray, and like try to get to the bottom first. It's kind of fun. It's like small title, but a fun little free-to-play thing that's on the Switch and PC. So
Oh, I'll take a look.
I love the play on words of tray racing. I
Yeah.
mean, that in itself, you can imagine they sat there thinking, oh, it's just, wouldn't it be funny if you transpose these letters, instead of ray tracing, you get tray racing? Wouldn't it be funny? We could do an entire game based on this.
yeah. It's probably how it went as well.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, Geek.
Thank you, Geek. No, we can't hear or see him at the moment either.
Yeah.
He's
Tech issues.
gone off. He's putting on a shirt. He's going to come back and look like John Boy Walton. It's going to be quite an astounding thing, I think. I keep throwing in these 1970s references, and all these young people are going,
Yeah.
"What?"
Yeah, but Felix, have you been playing anything else other than Dreamlight Valley in the last week or so? Or it's just Dreamlight Valley all the time?
A little bit of Pokemon, Violet, and a little bit of Animal Crossing, but because I was just confined to one room, it was Dreamlight Valley. But I have played a little bit of Hogwarts today, So
on the Switch? Is it on the Switch?
So
It's coming to the Switch later.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
later
I've
this
been playing
summer.
on PlayStation. So I am level 21, and I'm about 17 hours in. So I haven't played it for a long time. I get easily distracted, unfortunately.
There's so many games and not enough time. This is the
Yeah,
problem.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm level 17 and I've played for like 12 hours or something. So
I think I'm level 6 and I've played for 150 hours. No, I'm joking.
but it is a really good game though. But it suffers from all the same thing that all open world games does. Too big, too much to do. Hard to get hard to get past that feeling of I'm missing things. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely my kind of game, though. I'm
definitely.
much
Same
happier
here.
in an open world RPG than I am a multiplayer shoot type thing.
Yeah. No, same here. It's really good.
Yeah. Have you
what
seen
is
the
that
new? I'm sorry, Bjorn.
Oh, yeah,
In
no,
fact,
go
I won't say what I was going to say because I'm no doubt it's going to be part of what we're going to cover. So,
The Mario movie, right?
No, I
No?
wasn't going to say
I've seen that now.
Have you? Are we covering it, or can you talk about it now?
We can talk about it now. The only thing I wanted to cover with it is the fact that let's bring this up on the screen. It's a record-breaking film. It's the biggest debut of 2023 so far. Also, the biggest, I think, one of the biggest animated openings ever, generating 200 million in the US in the opening weekend and almost $400 million in globally. So yeah, doing great, and I get it because it's really good. Like I don't like Mario that much, to be honest, which is heresy to say in this house because my wife and especially my son loves it. Like I just never found the lore or the games particularly good, but like that movie is perfection.
See, that's really interesting because I'm new to the world of Nintendo, so I don't have any of that heritage. Oh, hello, Sam. But the to hear somebody who's not massively into Mario say they liked it, that to me is great. Now, funny enough, I now can't see Vet again, but I can see him on YouTube.
Oh my god!
What's going on tonight,
I don't
man?
know. Same here.
I can see him down in
Slowly
the green
moving.
room.
Oh,
but
And
not
I
on
can
the
see him on YouTube. And you can't.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I can't see him. I can see him live on YouTube. Poor
That's
old
because I'm.
Look at these. Oh, he's gone again.
And if I
Now he's
turn,
back.
like if I add into the scene, like if I add into the scene, I can't hear him. I can hear him in the green room.
Oh yeah.
The second I click add to scene, it just starts loading, and I can't hear him anymore.
It's because I'm a
I
ghost.
think
I'm not
if you
really
just leave
here.
It might load in like a minute or so.
Nah, I'm not
did that
here.
when-
I'm not really
I think
here.
you're an optimist, but I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe not.
legit a ghost.
It's okay,
I'll do a
I've-
refresh now.
Yeah, well,
It's-
we
I don't
if
exist.
We do.
It's
If we
okay.
all go, we may lose the stream.
One at a time. No, one at a time.
They all can hear me,
Yeah,
but
so the stream
it's
can hear
okay.
me. It's just I can't hear him at all.
Well,
No.
when you're
I mean, we
nobody
could
can
just
hear.
create a scene, a pro scene.
If
and
nobody
have
can
us all
see
in
me
there, but the problem
and
with
only
that
hear
is
me,
it's
why
all
am I wearing a
fixed.
shirt?
I don't think we have any pro scenes anymore, do we?
Oh my god, I'm gonna be right back. Everything
we
is
don't have
broken.
right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go switch to my another
Yeah.
device. This is ridiculous. I don't want to be a ghost.
Right, I'm going to refresh and then I'll see because it may be.
Yeah, now it is connected as well. So, well, hopefully it works next time. Okay, now, yeah. What's a stream without some technical difficulties?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a chill chat anyway. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So has Aaron gone? Has he left?
Yeah, I think he is left
Okay.
now. He had to
Right,
be right
hell.
back. He said.
It'll be all good. When we do it live, it'll be fine, mate. No worries.
Yeah.
we go live,
But yeah,
it'll be good.
like the Mario movie, I would say like it's a solid, like honestly solid. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh wow.
That's a solid, really solid animated
That's really
movie.
good.
One of the best animated movies I've seen in quite some time.
Are you going to see it, Sam, or are you going to wait and?
I think I probably will. Maybe like next week, sometime. give it a go, because I know people that said that it's really good, and they're like heavy gamers, and they've loved it. They've taken their kids and they've said that it's well worth it. So
I've not heard anybody say anything bad about it, if I'm honest.
No.
I know Stuart from Renaissance Men. He took his little fella, little Benji.
I can't speak for the how the voice cast is in English, because we saw it obviously in Swedish because we watched it with the kids, but like everything about it was just amazing.
It's Chris Pratt, and it's a fair chunk of.
I've seen clips of Jack Black as Bowser, and he's just perfection.
Yeah,
it's the role he was born for. It feels like.
Who? Chris Pratt?
No, Jack Black.
Oh, right.
Was born for being
Chris
Bowser.
Pratt. Mate, I know you're all buff and everything, but Mario, it's what you were born for.
Yeah. The Bowser song, it's so good.
Is that right? I am. I just think I'm going to wait until it comes out on
streaming, just like Crystal then.
Telly or whatever. Yeah. Did you? I just saw a naked mole rat. No, it was Vet. Where's he gone?
Yeah, I don't know. It just turned black. Hang on. We'll give it a second to.
I can hear.
Get an image on.
Vet, can you hear us? Oh no, he's back with his swirly swirler again. This is odd, isn't it? It's weird because in this case he's not on YouTube either, mind you. Oh, we can hear him. Just stay in the green room and talk to us.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good idea though.
No.
It was a solid movie. I felt.
So if Christian's asking where we're all from, it's probably a good question because you can probably tell, Christian, that Miss Phoenix and I are not from the same place as Bjorn. And for those that don't know Bjorn, tell people where you are from.
Jag är från Sverige.
From Australia.
No, I'm from Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden. I figured I'd say that in Swedish, but apparently that sounded like Australia.
Is that what it was? I thought you said I'm Australian. I thought, okay, fair point.
No, I'm Swedish, and obviously you guys are from the UK.
We are. Well, it's better than that because actually we're both literally in the same town. But we don't know where either of us live. It's probably safer that way because.
But we know where each other work.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I've got if you diss people, mate, you wake up with horses' heads in your bed and stuff. So it's better if people don't know. I often say, but yeah. So we're both from the southwest of England. And of course, Stockholm is the largest city in Sweden, and I hasten to add, capital of gaming in Europe these days.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have so many big and small video game companies in Stockholm, and like Sweden in general, but most of them are in Stockholm. So it's Stockholm is also often called the Silicon Valley of Northern Europe. For good reason.
How would you say that in Swedish, though?
Honestly, we usually say it's a
Silicon Valley.
The Silicon Valley of the North is usually what we call it. Even like
well, there must be a Swedish word for silicon, isn't there? Or is it a Latin word? Oh, okay, silicon.
Silicon.
I knew it was going to be that. That's exactly what I said. Silicon Valley.
And then Valley would be Dal. So
look at that. Swedish on Dad's side.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, obviously, if you're, if you've got a heritage in the States, then the chances are that you will have great grandparents from somewhere in Europe, whether that's Scandinavia
and the Vikings are to blame for most.
And the Vikings are to blame for nearly all of us. In fairness, definitely to blame for me.
Yeah, and honestly, what is to blame for the Scottish as well?
Nay, the Scottish lad. That's as far as I'm going with that one.
It's fine if I do it, because I'm not British. But if
I know. I'm already deep in trouble.
Good, Bjorn.
Yeah, I actually, at one point, I went for 2 weeks.
You lived there, didn't you? 2 weeks.
No, but went for holiday for 2 weeks as a teenager. And then as a young adult, I went to London for 2 weeks for when I started my first job. We were flown over to London for like 2 weeks of training. And during that time, we went out with some Londoners, and I managed to convince 3 of them that I was from Edinburgh for the 4 hours
Really?
before I
Were they
before I
blind
mentioned-
drunk or just halfway there?
I mean, they were Londoners, so.
See,
You do the math.
Dorrigan's absolutely Dorrigan. On behalf of Dorrigan's sister, will never do that again.
Who? Me or Rokk?
No, he was happy with me. You didn't see the earlier message. Rokk was awesome, but not the Swedish fella. That's what
Yeah,
he
I can't see
basically
that
said.
at all in there. No, but I managed to fool them for like 4 hours. Like I didn't mean to. It's just whenever I spoke English at that time, it was naturally Scottish accent because that was the most common accent I was hearing at the time. Because I was
Listen, my
reason.
friend, you speak amazing English, and if it's the one
I'm an
thing,
accent spotter.
very few people I know speak Swedish. So
yeah. It's
know.
it's a small. We're a small country, but we're pretty good at what we do.
It's not
it turns
small
out.
though; it's huge. It just doesn't have many people in it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lots of elk.
Yeah, lots of elk and lots of forests. I
Forests.
think it's like I think we're one of the most forested countries in the world. But yeah, but guys, should we get into some news?
Let's do it. I think we've lost Vet forever. Bless him.
Yeah, hopefully
He's
he can find his way back,
raged
but,
off the show.
Let's see here. So yeah, let's just kick it off with some GeForce Now news. They have brought some new games over. 4 new games from Bandai Namco, which is I think they had 1 game on there before. So we're getting some more games now, and hopefully some more in the future. I know a lot of people are really excited about possibly getting something like Elden Ring on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but first of all, Bandai Namco is bringing some games over. It's Little Nightmares 2, Get Even, and 1111 Memories Retold are the first of many, as they say, to arrive to cloud this week. And if you have an LG TV from 2023, you will
the
be
latest
able to,
ones.
Yeah, the latest models. You will be able to stream 4K right through the native app. Which is kind of nice for the Ultimate members. If you have
It
one
is
of those.
good. Have they mentioned what the frame rate will be? I don't remember seeing that anywhere. It's probably
No.
going to be 60. I know that the LGs they typically top out at 120, which it would do happily at 1080. But I don't think with what they've got built inside these, they'd go to 4K
Yeah, I don't think
120.
so. I agree. And as you can see, this happy man playing on his TV is playing Cyberpunk, and probably for good reason, because the Cyberpunk 2077 added ray tracing overdrive mode onto GeForce Now this week. So you can try that out if you have Ultimate Service that's upgraded to the 4.
It is
4000
amazing. It is absolutely
Yeah,
jaw-dropping.
but it's also I think like even with DLSS on, you can expect maybe 30 to 60 FPS some in that area, like in between that. Without DLSS on, you can expect like 12.
See, you flick
Even on a 4090.
you flick an option because when you're in the settings, there's ray tracing, and then it has degrees of ray tracing, super, ultra, and so on, and then it goes up to overdrive, which I put it on. Now I didn't touch anything else. It didn't. I assumed if you chose that, it would optimize, and it played. I didn't feel like it dropped any frames.
Yeah, I mean, I think defaults to having DLSS on as well.
Okay, so it would automatically. So you'd have to turn it off in order to suffer
I
the
think
real
so. I
drop
think
in
so, at
frame
least.
rates. Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you might lose a little bit of clarity compared to doing like full frames without it, but it's not worth the performance hit to have it off, I would say.
Before you leave that image, I just want to point something out here. What idiot puts a dartboard on their wall right by their TV and by their Oculus and their other VR headsets without any kind of wood or cork around to catch the darts, as you will obviously miss?
Yeah, stupid.
He's an idiot, mate.
Yeah.
You see? I mean, he's lucky, really, that he can afford a TV like that with the brain that he's got. And that go-kart hanging off the wall.
Yeah, I was just going to point out that, like, what's that over there?
I'm loving the lava lamp.
Yeah.
Now, we'll give him points for the lava lamp.
Yeah.
For sure.
Funny story, by the way, regarding lava lamps that I found out today. So you know how, like, Cloudflare, like the DNS provider that half the world uses, like, they encrypt your data traffic by default. The way the encryption works is actually they have a wall of 100 lava lamps. because they are
No
truly
way.
random in their patterns, and they like at any point in time they can take a freeze frame of that and use that like transfer for the way the lava is in the lava lamp is in all of these 100 to an encryption key, which is then used for your data, and then which means like. Because it's truly random, so 100 different lava lamps being truly random at once. That's the encryption that the whole internet is running on, apparently.
Who thought of that?
I have no idea, but I love it.
No idea, man.
Yeah, but it works. Yeah. Like even random number generators are truly random. There are patterns to be found in there, but a lava lamp, no patterns.
Wow. Yeah, but that gives them the code. How do they decrypt it without the known lava lamp
I don't
combination?
know. I don't know that much. It just I scrolled by. It's short.
They have a room full of hamsters on wheels at the other end. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool thing. But yeah, there are some games being added to GeForce Now. Let's go through them really quick. The first one being Mordhau, which is also free to claim on Epic.
Yes.
And this is a multiplayer medieval slasher, where you basically put on don your armor and slash people open. In first person, I believe.
Hooray!
Yeah.
This is the game that I was going to say to you earlier. When you thought I was going to mention Mario, I was going to say, have you seen this? This is surely a game for you. This is the kind of thing you love.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too multiplayer-y for me. I would probably be really bad at it. But yes, I do love the medieval stuff in general.
Yeah.
I gotta say, everyone is way too shiny for my liking. Like, they're too clean.
Yeah, I know.
Give me more dirty people.
And as you know as well, nobody ever fought in armour like this. You would have the lord who could afford that kind of armour, who would come in at the back of the battle, wave his flag for St. George and all that malarkey, and then go home for dinner, while the rest of them chopped each other into pieces, wearing nothing more than T-shirts and flip-flops.
And a pitchfork for a weapon. Yeah, that's stuff. But it looks like a really fun multiplayer. I have had a lot of fun with a similar game that back in the day called War of the Roses. Which was a really fun multiplayer like combat arena thing. So yeah, I mean, I've heard good things about it. I might try it out if I have time for it, but yeah, I'm probably not going to play for long because I'll be bad at it.
No, I did think it was a game for you, but I appreciate. Yeah, I mean, it does look a bit slick.
Yeah.
But they might be they may be cutscene images. That's the problem. Without seeing it.
No, I mean it's I've seen gameplay. It's pretty much looks like this, but way more chaotic because it's moving and everything's moving really fast.
Fair enough.
But Phoenix, have you tried it? Will you try it?
Nope.
It's
not my sort of game.
It's not a Phoenix game, is it?
No, not for me.
I figured.
It's not a Rokk game either,
it's free to claim, to be fair. So like, I mean,
yeah, and it's
least
available
it's
on
free.
GeForce Now as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you don't need to install it, which is one bonus.
Yeah, and I think it was available through Steam before, but now it's also available through Epic.
It was 259 Swedish krona before as well.
Yeah,
Look
but now
at
it's free.
Yeah.
So that would be like £25 ish.
Okay, so you work on 10%. It's 100.
Yeah, ish.
Okay.
Ish.
Oh, that's
Not
an
exactly,
easy mathematical equation.
Yeah, it's usually a bit like maybe it's like 22, but
okay.
I usually think it's like 10%.
10%, yeah.
Like 13% is a pain to calculate in your head.
Yeah,
So
I'd have to break it down into 1% and take 3 of those off, and I can't be doing all that.
Yeah, same. But yeah, that's one. That's one of the games. Hey, SPG, welcome.
Hey,
this
William.
is the next one. De-Exit Eternal Matters, which looks like a cute little surrealistic puzzle game, maybe.
Yeah,
Feels like.
it looks a bit like what's that game? Superland.
Supraland. Yeah.
Supraland. Yeah, reminds me a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's
Looks alright.
yeah, looks kind of nice. And it's it's launching tomorrow actually. This one, so this one isn't out yet. It's launching tomorrow, and I can't see the price. So I have no idea what it's going to cost, but it's out tomorrow. And available through GeForce Now tomorrow. Next up, we have 1111 Memories Retold from Bandai Namco. It's a €25 purchase, and it's So the Great War, 1916. A young photographer leaves Canada to join the Western Front in Europe. And the same day, a German engineer finds out his son is missing in battle. Both wants to maintain their humanity and return alive to their family and loved ones.
Yeah, I've played this. It's actually really nice, and that art style is exactly what it's like all the way through the game. It's like a watercolor painting.
Lovely.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's
Gorgeous.
beautiful. It's very sympathetic of the material.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I feel there's a lot of World War One things that are, like, several games have been like that have been really good and really good at being respectful to the historical events.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because you play something like Battlefield, and ultimately it is all about shooting people and killing them, and doing that in a respectful way.
That's why I feel like Battlefield 1 was so good.
Oh, they were excellent. Yeah,
because it really told the stories as well. Yeah, and Valiant Hearts is another one of those.
I love that
Great
game. Yeah, it's a great game. There's a Valiant Hearts 2 coming out, isn't there?
Yeah, Netflix exclusive, I think.
Yes, that's right.
So mobile and Netflix.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely gonna try that out. Apparently, Vet's wife isn't watching your stuff, but she heard your voice just now and said, "Is that Rokk?"
Oh.
Yes, it is. Right. So next up, we have Canverse, which is a early access game where you can play backgammon, checkers, and chess versus friends or computer AI, with online support for up to 2 players and 62 spectators. So yeah, old school like board game things, early access style. Interesting to see this drop on GFN, I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a game I would assume we would get.
No,
I mean,
because do you remember there was a
that's why.
chess game on Epic recently, wasn't there?
Here we have it.
Oh,
NVIDIA logos.
Yeah, that's why.
Checkerboards. Maybe that's why.
That's why.
That's a good way to get your game on GFN.
Yeah.
Put NVIDIA logos in the game.
Yeah. Interesting as well that they make a thing of 62 spectators. Can't you just put it up on Twitch and then 4,000 people can watch it if they want to?
Yeah. I mean, you could.
I mean, what's the point?
I have no idea.
Put it on unlisted and invite your 62 mates.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I just really quick. I saw a stream earlier, and it was someone playing chess, and they had 10,000 people.
Wow.
I mean, there are chess pro
popular.
players.
Yeah.
I think there's a Swedish girl who's like 19, 20 years old or something like that, who's like a chess prodigy and like the child of 2 chess prodigies as well. I think she played the world champion a couple of weeks ago, and like all like gave him a good run for his money, but eventually lost to him. But like she's really big on Twitch apparently.
I read somewhere recently that chess has suddenly exploded. And you remember, I watched a couple of episodes, didn't really like it. There was a show on Netflix last year, which was based on a true story, I think.
Oh, yeah, Queen's Gambit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it was that show that's kind of boosted chess back into public conscience, which is why you've suddenly got these really good chess players, because they've got, and it is an amazing game. I mean, I really, if you play it properly and you're thinking moves ahead, it really does, does good. It's like listening to classical music. It just gets parts of your brain active that don't normally get the exercise.
Yeah. Next up, we have the very positively reviewed Get Even, or some sort of horror. Let's see, which tag did they use? So horror, psychological horror. That's a hard word to say.
Psychological Valhalla.
Exactly. Psychological horror, action, mysterium, FPS. And that's from Bandai Namco as well. Out already.
Is there any difference between checkers and what we play in the UK called drafts? Are they?
No idea.
I've always wondered, are they the same the same. Yeah, I've always wondered if they're the same, and then I thought, but maybe there is, because there's Chinese checkers, and then we play a game called drafts over here, don't we? Which I think I mean it looks the same, and I've always assumed it is, but I wouldn't, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of drafts before, so.
Oh, you've not?
Could be. No.
Yeah, you get a bit chilly playing it.
So, are you guys fan of Little Nightmares?
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It looks so good, but I'm also not like I'm too much of a non-horror person.
It's like it's a beautiful game, but it's really ugly. And it is quite scary. It will make you jump.
Yeah, I hate that, so I will not touch this with a 10 foot pole. But at the same time, I like every time I see it or hear about it, it's like, oh, it looks so amazing, but it's so not for me.
It is a gorgeous game. It is a gorgeous game. I never found it scary. I don't know what it is with me. I think I'm missing a chromosome or something. I don't seem to find things scary like other people do.
I mean, it's everyone handles frightening stuff differently, so it's understandable. But that's
but it's pixels. I mean, if if you're walking around in a woods and you hear some noises, then I get scared. But it's just it's pictures. What's to be scared about?
I don't like feeling. I feel uneasy about it, and I don't like it.
Oh, bless you. I'll come over and hold your hand, mate, and we'll play it together.
I did try Amnesia at one point, played like 5 minutes, and I was like, nope, never touching horror games again with a 10 foot pole. Like, I didn't even get to the first monster. It was like, I got scared opening random doors in the tutorial area. It was horrible.
I tell you what is scary, Bjorn, is the price on Steam. This is actually quite an old game now.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah, right. Now we did discover earlier on Rokk Around the Clock that on CD keys you can pick this up for £3 for $2.99, which is far more like it. And you can actually get Little Nightmares 2 and Little Nightmares for less than the price of the two of them of one of them on Steam. So worth bearing in mind.
So either that or wait for a hefty sale because it's bound to come soon.
Well, you're not going to get a lot less than $2.99 versus $15 or $20 or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Little Nightmares 1 and Little Nightmares 2 have both launched on GeForce Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely worth a play. I'd recommend it.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have, let's see, which is the next one I have? Oh, there we go. Then, not launching on GeForce Now, but something that is launching today is the new DLC for Vampire Survivors. And I'm very excited to try that. Because, I mean, it's just more of the same, really. It's the DLC is called The Tides of the Foscari. No idea what the Foscari is, but it's basically like they took some like RPG elements from like fantasy RPG element and put it in Vampire Survivors, basically. So I think it's 3 new characters and like 1 or 2 new levels.
Bjorn, is this the game? Is this the game that came out a little while ago, where you can spin stuff around as you walk through millions of different creatures?
Pretty much, yeah. Like the like you automatically do your like you have a bunch of different weapons. They automatically attack around you, and you just walk around. So like the control is basically just walk around. That's it.
It's hugely addictive, isn't it? I know you got really good at this as well.
Addicted.
Yeah.
Addictive. It's very fun. I've played it a lot of it. It's available on mobile as well, and it won the BAFTA for Game of the Year.
Did it? You see, these screens, if you'd never seen the game or heard of it, you're not going to buy them on the basis of these screens, are you? That's the problem. With so many of these, I said this the other day, so many of these indie games, the screens do them no justice. You've got to play them or watch somebody play them.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, it's a really good game, really.
Have you seen this one, Phoenix? Have you played this? No. Honestly, you look at this and you think, no, and I wouldn't bother either. But it's actually a really good game.
Yeah.
Even I enjoyed it, and I'm not much into this kind of stuff. It's just let your hair down and fry stuff kind of a game. Look at all those characters.
It's like you just move around, and there's like
Yeah, you just walk around.
a bunch of different, like a lot of different characters, a lot of different power ups. You just walk around, and the attacks will like fire automatically around you, and it gets crazy. Like you try to survive for 30 minutes, and like the last minute, your screen is just a mess of like 200 enemies and like 50, 60, 100 projectiles firing at every single second. It's crazy, and I love it.
Was it free on Stadia? I'm trying to work out why I've played it, because I wouldn't have bought it.
It's free on mobile. It's free on the Game Pass. It costs.
Oh, that's what it was. Game Pass.
$5 on PC, and then there's the DLC. The DLC is also very cheap. So like, you can get the base game and both DLC, including and the soundtrack for €8.50.
Who does that? I mean, genuinely, why would you want to buy the soundtrack?
I mean,
just,
I don't know.
Just play the game in the background. Just turn it on and leave it. And just
And
record
it's
it on your
also available- it's also on
C60
streaming
and put it in your
services.
cassette deck.
So currently €6.50 for the game and both DLCs, or if you want to buy it on Steam, or you can just play it on mobile and then just buy the DLC for about the same.
Yeah.
Vampire Survivors is amazing.
I agree.
I mentioned Tray Racers before.
You did.
And it's released earlier today, and it's really fun. For what it is, it's not it's not much more than what we see on screen. It's like you slide downhill in a like cartoony, quite good-looking
Riders Republic.
Honestly, kind of, yeah. And it's quite simple in that you just like when you automatically go downhill, you can press down to speed up if you're going downhill, and then there's the occasional bumps up, and if you then press forward and stuff, you will keep your momentum, otherwise you lose a bit of speed. And then you want to try to go nearby the obstacles but not hit them, because then you also get a speed boost, and that's it. And then you because you can play 16 people in multiplayer, and at which point you first sit around the campfire, and then you start load up the level. It's procedurally generated, so you can. It's usually quite different.
Oh right, so it changes each time. Okay.
Yeah, and then you start with like a 3 minute or so, or 5 minute trial time, where you can just play the level as many times as you can within that time, and just to learn it. And then you go into one like final round where you try to first one downhill wins, and then you get some points based on that, and then jump in again.
It looks good. How much is it? Play free.
Free. It's free.
Wow. So why is it free? Where's the monetization coming in?
It's a supporters pack which adds some cosmetics.
Right. Okay.
And they also, if you do, they will also plant one tree if you buy this.
Oh, bless them. Where are they going to plant that tree? I could got a bit of ground in the back garden if you want to come over.
Burkina Faso.
Oh right, okay.
And also
it's only up the road
Brazil,
from us.
and also Brazil apparently. So,
wow.
So yeah.
Well, they certainly need them in around the Amazon. How much of the damage there's been there?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I mean, if you like the game, you can buy some cosmetics and plant for free.
How much is your little founders pack then? What are you looking at there?
It is almost just below €6.
£2.50. 58p. No, it's 10%. Didn't you say it was 10? No.
No, this is euros for some reason.
Oh, euros,
right. Steam tends to show me euros for some reason. So it's €5.89.
Yes! Vetter's in the house! He's
finally!
Yes!
That's all it took.
Manly nakedness and everything.
You know what? It just took me going to the beach to get everything to work. Good
there
lord!
You go. And then there's mini vet as well. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, we're at Hey, at least
down on that. I tell you how that wave just never seems to move. It's just.
I know it's
beauty.
Just, that's what happens when you're in the mountains and you have an ocean. Apparently. No, I literally had. So my MacBook does not work with this. I had to refresh, wipe my Chromebook, start completely from scratch.
No way.
And somehow got it to work. I don't know.
Which browser were you using on your MacBook?
Safari, Edge,
that's your problem,
Chrome, all of them.
Really? Because
I've
used it on Edge and it's never been an issue, but
I don't. It's
who
me.
knows,
Let's
mate?
be real.
No,
it's literally me.
If you're gonna use one of those, unpopular computers that nobody uses, mate.
What are you talking about? I love my MacBook.
I love my.
I mean,
MacBook.
if my PlayStation had a browser, I'd just use that. And then
I mean, technically it has a
bless you.
browser. It's just
well, I mean, does it really?
No, it doesn't, does it? No,
That's not a real browser.
no, exactly.
It's like a knockoff version of Internet Explorer.
Oh crikey, yeah, remember that back in the day? Wow.
You know what, Mike? The PlayStation might even be using some form of Netscape Navigator for those that know what that is. Rokk, you might know. What
I
that
do
is.
remember Netscape Navigator. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely.
Well, I'm mostly the youngins
I've
out
heard
there
stories
in the
of it.
account. I've heard
Yes.
stories of that crazy time.
Mandalorian is enchanted. I know. Yeah, no, I do remember it very well. Netscape Navigator. I had
Hey, that was my
it
first browser I used.
had the anchor or some kind of nautical logo, didn't it? From memory.
It was.
It was
the
Mark
weirdest-
Mark Andreessen was Netscape Navigator.
I think.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I think so. It was. I mean, it was a big thing until Microsoft took over everything.
Microsoft came out with IE, and I remember all that. Google, remember the very first.
The
Google.
rest is history.
The rest, yeah. Now they own us. They own us.
Yep. Daggone Microsoft.
You
Yeah, he
guys,
said Crystal owns it as well.
did you guys enjoy Elder Scrolls
I haven't-
5? Per chance?
I haven't played anything but Disney lately, so I'm kind of obsolete here.
I mean, Elder Scrolls is like the Elder Scrolls series has been out for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been out for a bit.
Oh no, I tried it. I didn't understand what I was doing. Thankfully, I had Meg in the chat explaining what to do, because otherwise, all I was doing was going in a big circle. I had no clue what I was doing.
It is
I
a
can
bit. It is a little bit that way. I think it's one of those games where you do need to focus on it, don't you? Because otherwise, you don't pick up the nuances of the story and all that stuff.
Yeah, but the story isn't that great. The world building, however, is really good, and I mean, half the fun is just exploring the world and just messing with stuff. Like just seeing where the adventure takes you. But we have a bit of a hint regarding Elder Scrolls 6 that I wanted to point out. They are looking for someone they have a job opening looking for someone who has a strong familiarity with a variety of open world multiplayer games.
That's me. Definitely me.
So
Yeah.
maybe Elder Scrolls
Well.
6 might be getting multiplayer.
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
don't
know how
want
to
they
feel
don't
about
want
that,
Mickey, they don't
but,
want Mickey Mouse in there though. That's the trouble.
Well, I was gonna say the other side of that. They probably don't want that version either. The one that ran around doing whatever.
The old vet. Yeah.
They don't want that one either.
You're a reformed character now, my friend. That was the
I
old
am.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just
Well,
going to
you
keep
know.
that between you and me. Nobody else needs to know.
Unless they start digging into my past on YouTube.
Yeah, don't.
Just take it all down. Take it all down.
I'll start hiding. Where'd all your videos go?
I never knew Vet was a cannibal.
What? I never knew he did stuff in the Old West like that.
Yeah. Oh yes. No. Don't be looking at no horses.
Phoenix, do you enjoy Elder Scrolls? Looking forward for the
So
6th
the last Elder Scrolls I played was, I think, the one that was out in the 90s.
I mean, it's been around for a while, so
It has. Yeah.
to be fair.
This is the online version, isn't it? Because there originally wasn't an online.
No, this is for the follow-up for Skyrim. So not the online version, but the
not
but
the
apparent-
online.
Yeah,
Okay.
but apparently, and we don't know much about it other than they are working on it.
Oh.
It's a small team working on it now, and then after Starfall, they're gonna bring out the whole team for Elder Scrolls 6. So it's probably 4 or 5 years out still, probably at this point. But they are apparently looking for someone who's good at multiplayer.
There's a bit of a clue.
Might
isn't
be
it?
getting it might be like we got something like co-op mode as we did in Fallout 76. Might be coming to Elder Scrolls. Maybe I guess we'll see. I just thought I just found this.
Why is Vet taking a selfie? What's going on there? What are you taking a photo
That's
of
a good
yourself
question.
for?
I'm not. I was giving trying to get my 5-year-old's attention.
Just
I
trying
swear.
to look at the palm tree. Let me just take a shot. I just noticed that me and Phoenix share similar taste in drink bottles. Look at that.
I've got this one. Oh wait. Oh no, it almost shows up on camera.
Oh, hang on.
Mine
That's,
is empty anyway,
that's
but-
gin, my friend. Put it down. It's illegal in America.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm allowed to now.
Fair point. It's gin o'clock.
Yeah. I noticed that Game Pass PC has launched in 14 new countries. So people in things like Bolivia or Bulgaria or Cyprus or Kuwait.
They have high-end
Ukraine.
PCs.
Ukraine.
Yeah,
But they have high-end PC.
There's a big clue to with Ukraine.
I didn't realize that half of those countries though had high-end PCs for the vast majority of the
I think
PC. Because let's be real, most of the PC Game Pass games you need a decent system to play the games on there.
Well, that's true. Except if you've done a deal with GeForce Now and Boosteroid, to put all your PC games on their cloud service, and they happen to have 80 countries. Ironically, the same amount that Xbox Game Pass is now available in, might work really well, mightn't it?
It would, but that's just a conspiracy. Like we don't know that. Wink, wink.
Yes, Veta clock. Love it.
Hey, it's always Veta clock somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, happy for the people who can now use Game Pass PC. Other than that, not much.
I mean,
the Xbox.
I heard there was like another 10-year deal handed out.
Yeah, it is. We're getting it. It's a weird one, but we'll get to it.
I know. I'm still waiting on mine. I haven't gotten my confirmation that I got a 10-year deal.
I'm kind of disappointed. I do want to mention though, in just like I think it is Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday next week, we're getting the new Minecraft RTS, Minecraft Legends. And I'm actually kind of hyped for that because it looks very fun. I like RTS, and it might be a way for me to get my kid into like strategy games, which I've been dying to do.
They're making a Minecraft movie as well. There's going to be a Minecraft movie.
I feel like everything is being turned into movies.
It's going to be
movies or TV series. I mean, look at Harry Potter. That's now a 10. That's now a
10-year
TV series.
Yeah.
Who did you guys have any experience with the Asterix and Obelix
Americans
series?
have never heard of Asterix.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Only because of me, because I've mentioned it on my previous shows.
Yes,
I loved the comics as a kid.
I streamed. Actually, to be fair, I only learned of it from you and Dr. Spaceman.
Exactly.
Because I live streamed this and I had no clue what the heck it was about.
Nobody ever saw it in the States.
You and Dr. Spaceman showed up and were like, "Oh, I love this," and then literally explained it to the chat because I was basically had no clue what I was doing. But it was a really cool game. I really liked it. It looked fantastic.
Yeah, it looks good. I managed to read, as a kid, I read every single comic.
They were great.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what was going on.
And the cartoons as well. They were good.
The gameplay and the commentary, all of it in the game it's fantastic. That's a great addition to Boosteroid.
Yeah,
Boosteroid. In France, they have Asterix the Gaul theme park. It was there before before Disneyland.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And I mean, like Asterix, Boosteroid didn't just get one; they got 4 of them. Granted, I haven't played an Asterix game since the Game Boy Advance era, but I'm really I want to buy one now and try it out because this looks so fun.
I've only tried whichever one's on GFN as well. That's the only one that I tried. I think it was the XXL3 or whichever one. I know there's one that's also on GFN. That's the one that I tested out, but I enjoyed it, so I probably would pick up all of them.
It's a great series. It's been around since the 1960s, 1950s.
Yeah, I remember there was a film. There was a film, right?
There were plenty of films, both live action films, mainly in France, but also
wait, I'm in America. That's why I've never heard of such things.
But they've been dubbed to English as well. I've seen them.
My whole life's been sheltered from.
It's animated movies.
It's a French brand essentially.
Yeah. I like French stuff. I like French fries, and
See, you've probably not heard of Tintin either, have you?
I have.
I want the Tintin game now.
Yeah,
make it happen, world.
Hersey's Adventures of Tintin.
Well, Bjorn, you want a lot of games. I've heard through the grapevine you're still pressing this one company you've been hounding for and petitioning with Change.org and a few other things for a animated cartoon game that they have.
Yeah, I want the Bluey game. I know. I'm not afraid to say it.
But But you know what? I'm taking my I'm going to a live show of that in August
I'm
with
jealous.
my 5-year-old.
I want to go.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, if you can get tickets to the States, I'll invite you and Rokk.
mate, when you say live, I don't listen. I don't want you to build up your expectations. All right, it is. It
Yeah,
won't-
it is.
It's live action. Let me reiterate. It's live action.
Bluey himself, he can't fly. He doesn't like it, so
Yeah,
it
no.
won't be him.
Moving on then, good gets for Boosteroid. Moving on, we have some news from a game that I'm actually kind of excited about. The Paradox take on the Sims genre, the Life by You. And I mean, they have previously stated that, they previously said that they will be like in stark contrast to EA, who just recently tightened the like limiting of mod sales around the Sims. They've been completely the other way around. They're like, I mean, you can do whatever you want with the mods. You can even sell it. We're perfectly fine with it. You know, we give you the tools. You do the stuff. It's perfectly fine. They also mentioned that they will speak in real languages and not Simlish.
Not.
There will be and they also said, we wanted an emotional center of this game to be more grown up and respect the audience intelligence. And one of those things, meaning, is that it will be sex positive, and people will be able to be nude if they want to. They've said, and with the argument, we're a European company. I love that. It's like, we're a European company. Our hang-ups are. Yeah, it's like we're a European company. Our hang-ups are around the violence. This game's got no violence, but it does come with nudity.
There's a lot of schlonging going on.
Yeah, the nudity will be off by default, though.
Oh man,
schlongage. I see. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I mentioned my daughter's a massive Sims fan.
Yeah.
Although I did say to her the other day that there was this new game coming out, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to that." So I thought, wow, maybe the loyalty isn't there.
Yeah, maybe. But it looks really, really good. There's a 20-minute dev talk of this game, and it looks to be everything people want from The Sims and more.
What is that down the bottom left corner of that picture? No, the wording. That's it. Now keep going up. I'm just talking. I'm seeing the nudity thing kicking in already. What does that say?
See stuff on YouTube. Watch on YouTube.
Oh, does it? Well, in English, I would say that wasn't the wording that I could see.
Oh, we have plenty of those, man. Do you know the Swedish word for speed?
No.
Fart.
What?
Pardon?
Fart.
Fart?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
The word for married is gift, which also happens to be the word for poison.
Poison?
Yeah,
Wow.
poison and married is the same word as well. We have a bunch of stuff like that.
That's brilliant.
Wow. End would be slut or slut.
So the funniest thing is that one
No
of the words we have for fart is Trump, which is.
Well, yeah.
I mean, take that
If,
how you
if,
want.
If it fits, it fits.
No comment.
If you're on the subway train and you go to the last station, it will say it will call out like, this is the end of the line, which is in Swedish is slutstation. So which would, if you say it in an English accent, it would be slut station.
No.
Wow.
Makes for a lot of confused English speakers.
I've got to be
coming
careful
this.
because my mother's maiden name, so my grandmother's maiden name was Trump. So for all I know, we may be blood brothers. I've got to be careful.
There you go, Rob.
Yeah, I've got to be careful.
Don't let the American media find out.
No, if I was blonde, I'd be worried. I tell you that.
Oh God, you're gonna get hauled in. We're gonna have a field day with you.
Yeah, but Life by You, I think, looks amazing.
It does.
You can even and it has editors for everything, so you can even go in and write whole conversation trees, and then you can share those on Steam Workshop, and then people can play through the storylines you write. So in this example, you get to pick which answer you want to say. In this, when your sim is at work, what's this printer incident people keep whispering about? You can have whole stories like that, and with dialogue tree options, so you can design yourself. Or if you don't want to do that, just download people's from the internet. It looks like The Sims but better. I if I was EA, I would be sweating.
Yeah, be interesting to see. I mean, yeah, I think I don't know. I'm not so sure about the graphics anymore. It looks a bit Windowsy to me.
Well, I mean, it is.
Like clip art UI. It's.
Well, I mean, it does say early access, so that
it's
right there
launching
tells
in
you
early
what
access.
you're getting into.
It's launching into early access in September. So
right.
it's still something else. But it will
So you know what you're getting
into
into
Game Pass.
with everything.
Yeah, and it will be day one on Game Pass, I believe. So
day one on Game Pass. Oh,
I believe so. Yeah. Maybe not the early access release, but
I mean, I don't know. I tried to play The Sims, but every time I play it, somehow I go to cook, and then the kitchen gets caught on fire, and then I turn in. I end up in like a little urn, and then someone comes in and sells my ashes, or they steal them. So I've given up playing that game.
That's a quick game.
I last, and then I'm like,
make
all
it
right.
past breakfast.
No, I never. Every single time.
He goes in the bin with the toast.
I go outside to get the mail, come back in, and I just spontaneously burst into flames. And 5 seconds later, I'm in an urn, and then a burglar breaks in and steals it.
Wow.
And then it says, "You've been sold for $5." I was like,
there are burglars in Sims? Wow, it is
I don't
real life.
know. I was like, I thought I was worth more than $5. God.
I did see the Spiffing Brit on YouTube do a playthrough of The Sims 4 where he tried to can I become a millionaire without moving from the square that I spawn in, and they actually managed to do it. It wasn't like due to some glitching things where like if you block yourself in so you can't move a single square in the game, then there isn't space for the sim to fall down and sleep on the floor. So it doesn't matter how tired they are; they would just stand there.
Just keep working.
Yeah. So he used that to to make sure that it couldn't actually it couldn't technically fall down and die, even though he technically killed it like 10 times over. And then he just took selfies and sold them on the internet to make money.
Wow.
Until he could become a millionaire.
How long did it take?
I think like a couple of hours. I think probably the video is like 20 minutes, but includes two tries. But yeah, Spiffing Brit is amazing.
Nonsense.
This is funny. Yeah, so at the border between Sweden and Norway, there's the Swedish Customs Service, which we call it the Tullverket, Tull. But apparently in Norwegian that means nonsense, and I know a lot of Norwegians go to Sweden to buy stuff because it's cheaper. So I don't know, maybe there's.
So maybe there is relevance in the name.
Yeah. Maybe. And we have a lot of Swedes moving to Norway, working in Norway.
Is there quite a difference in cost of living then between Norway and Sweden?
Yeah, I think the cost of living is pretty much the same.
Right.
I would say, but cost of buying most groceries and alcohol and things like that, and specifically candy and alcohol, I think is cheaper in Sweden than Norway, but salaries are way higher in Norway. So it's quite common for Swedish people to go to Norway and work in Norway for like 2 or 3 years and then go back and and have some extra cash, more cash than they would have otherwise. We did get some news that Diablo 4 will be dropping content in every 3 months. So we'll drop some new story content out of the game. I'm personally not interested at all in Diablo 4, but I know a lot of people are. So I should mention it.
I was surprised. I thought you would have been a Diablo 4 fan.
I've never enjoyed Diablo at all.
No.
Not a single one of them.
How about you, Phoenix? Is that the kind of game that you would...
Played quite a lot of 3.
Yeah.
On couch co-op. We did find it a little bit repetitive after a while. The 3 of us. But I'll definitely be getting 4 and giving it another go. 100%. When is it, like June? It's June, right?
Yeah, June.
Yeah.
June. So soon.
Yep.
Just 2 more months. Yeah.
There was the beta recently, wasn't there?
Beta recently.
Yeah, I missed it.
very mixed reception. People either hated it and thought it was the worst thing ever, or loved it to death. It was like nothing in between. It was either horrible or amazing, and I don't know what to make of it.
I mean, I played it for a few hours.
I was
quite
the one
enjoyed
that
it.
said it was. I was the in between, but they deleted my comment.
Oh,
It didn't go with the it didn't go with the narrative.
Yeah, it was just going
Yeah,
against
maybe.
the grain. Get rid of Mr.
Yeah.
Middle there.
Yeah, we can't have that. We got you got to either be left, go all the way to the right, or to the
Yeah.
left.
No, and you were sat on the fence, and they said, "Get him off the fence."
No, we can't have any
Just painted
independence there. No independence allowed.
Yeah.
PlayStation fans, PlayStation Plus users can be of extra
me.
and premium are getting some more games. First of all, Key Knight, Bridge of Spirits looks amazing, and
That's a
It's really
fantastic
nice.
addition.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
That was a great game, anyways.
that's being added. Doom Eternal, also a great
Yeah.
game being
I
added.
mean,
it's a
boy,
killer
I mean-
month.
talk about you go from Kina to Doom.
Yeah, quite the
Like-
contrast.
Like,
And then
that
we
is
go
just-
to Riders Republic.
Three
Trey
very-
Racers.
Yeah, and then we go Wolfenstein 2. Like it's high
You know what? I'm
alert.
okay. I like that one. I mean, I love all of those. Even the most recent one that got like horrid reviews. I thought it was great.
I'm gonna send you a song after this, Vet. That I think you will like. It's a
Is it by Rammstein?
no, it's Dan Bull.
I'm just.
Dan Bull.
I'm
Dan
just.
Bull
I'm
did
assuming
a,
it's going with the
It is
theme
going with
here.
this. It is a rap. Like it's a rap with a metal chorus about Wolfenstein. Like
Oh, really?
It's a commission piece.
Okay.
Thing. It's really good. I'll send it to you later.
Interesting.
I mean, I think PlayStation.
Slay the
there's always some
Spire.
half decent games.
I've heard so
The
much.
third best
that
card game.
That's what I've been told. I've never played it, and I've been shunned by my community because of that.
Like Slay the Spire, I would say is the third. Like when I played it first, I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best card game I've ever played." And then I played Rogue Book and figured I liked Rogue Book better. It's the best card game I ever played. So Slay the Spire is now second best. And then I played Metroplex Zero, and now that's the one. Number
So
one on this
the last
list.
the last card game I played on a console was back on the PlayStation 2, and it was Digimon Card Battle. So
I mean, yeah, I mean,
That was-
give
that
Slay the
was
Spire.
that-
Yeah,
I
give
don't
it a
know
go. It's
anything else.
really good. If you haven't played Slay the Spire, if you have PlayStation Plus, just download
is it one of
play
those that
It's
where
so-
they say if you play it you'll get addicted to it? Because I've been told that by lots of games that if
You
Yeah,
might. I'm not
you
saying you
might.
will.
I don't go play.
okay. I will say probably not, because I was told that by so many games, including some by Amazon, that are so addictive, and that once I play it, I'll never put it down. And I played it once and never touched. It's
I
not
mean,
like the Disney
you
game
might,
that has.
But
It's a card game. I mean, my attention span
Um,
isn't very good at card games,
I mean,
except for
it is what it
except
is.
for Uno. That's got colors. That keeps me.
Yeah, I'm not. They don't do it for me. But I'm not a big board game fan. So anything that reminds me of board games, I just
Yeah,
tend
and
to
the- and
get
the-
You don't want
bored.
to play Monopoly?
No, I don't
mean,
like
I-
Monopoly.
I
Monopoly
tried
isn't-
that,
Monopoly
but then
isn't a
I-
board game. Monopoly is an abomination.
Well, hey, I've tried it, but I don't usually win at that either. So I
No, I
always say
never
it's
win
rigged.
either.
Talking
never
about
win.
board games, right?
I like Scrabble.
I don't understand. I'm not good
That's not a board game.
at that's words. That's above
To be
my
fair, this
educational.
box right here is a tabletop RPG and not a board game. So
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a
I-
nerd.
The only board game.
oh, you have no idea, man. I just scheduled with a couple of friends a session of a new board game that a friend of mine picked up, which is called Hegemony, where you basically play like one person is the state, one person is the capitalist, one person is the working class, and one person is the upper class. And you basically then play you try to score points, but everyone scores points completely differently. And it's basically a game of politics. And we are excited to play it. It's like,
We
like
see
6 hours.
you've turned vet off now. Look, he's got
Sorry, what happened? I zoned out. I faded off
glazed
into the.
over.
It's probably one of the nerdiest board games I've ever heard of.
I mean,
It's gonna be great.
if we're the last kind like that well, no, I've never played anything like. Does Stratego and Risk count? I mean, I played those.
Yeah.
Like when I was
they're
in
good.
third,
They're good
when I was
entry
like,
level games.
I played those when I was like 7 or 8, and then somebody messed with the thing, and I just was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this. This is boring," and I walked out.
I mean,
so funny.
I would say when I say the good entry level games, I would say, like at the same time they're not that like in terms of board games.
Does
They are
Civilization
kind of
count?
boring.
What about Civilization?
Mate, stop
I mean,
looking on Wikipedia for board games and throwing them in the conversation. I know what
No,
I'm playing.
I don't know board. I mean, I know like Go Fish and wait, that's not a board game.
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap was the sorry.
Operate.
Operation.
I should. I can send you
I
some
need like
recommendations to get, man.
If you're talking board games, my brain says Hasbro, and that's all I know.
I mean,
My
to be fair, they
brain
make a lot
just
of
gets the
good-
first
a
word
lot.
board, and that's it. I'm out.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah. Phoenix, have you played Slay the Spire?
No, I haven't, but it was recommended to me actually by a friend, so it's on the list.
Yeah,
But
try it. It's good.
yeah.
It's good. It's good. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom.
Checkers.
Stadia fans will remember this one.
Oh,
I know.
I like
Chris
checkers.
at Helix Cloud Games.
can't win at that either, though.
He has a love-hate relationship with this game. I think he really enjoyed it, but then he also played it on stream and had many hours of just banging his head against the wall. Of
Ninja.
Chris from Helix. Cloud Games.
I know. Ninja streamed it a fair bit as well. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bore you.
I was just connecting like suddenly Norwegian language.
what
in chat.
happened?
Hang on, Norwegian.
Come on, let's compete with our content creators. Come
What
on.
happened? Because that was a long awkward silence there for a moment.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was.
So Ninja play as well.
I got
Yeah.
I got distracted by Happy Cloud Gaming writing in Norwegian in chat, and I'm like,
It's okay. We know
what's
you're
happening?
playing your what was that game you were talking about? I don't know.
Slay the Spire. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Axis and Allies. I've heard of that too.
Yeah, I haven't played Axis and Allies. I have played Twilight Imperium though. and
Oh,
it's
those
one
are
of the
those
best
things
games
that I see at like the what is that? There's like a store in the Mall of America that certain types of people go in. I would walk
Victoria's
in
Secret.
No, it's like board games galore. It's for I'm assuming it's for like that crowd of kind of people. I don't want to call them out and be like, "Hey, that's a nerd store," and
It's my nerd-
I would
it's
never.
my nerd
They
friends.
are
There we go.
nerds, mate.
Yeah, we
I-
are.
okay,
We're
so
happy
I'm
about
allowed
it.
He's happy.
Well, I didn't want to offend anybody. You never
No.
know. Like
That's good.
everything I
He
say,
knows what he is.
he's accepted.
He knows. Yeah.
Okay.
He's comfortable with his nerdism. He's fine
Yeah.
with it.
We all are.
It's great.
But yeah, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom joining PlayStation Plus. The Evil Within. I love how they go like family friendly, not family
Yeah.
friendly, family friendly, not family friendly.
Yeah.
The
They are
Evil
really
Within.
just
It's a great
changing
game.
it up
Evil
here.
Within.
Yeah.
Great game.
That looks like
Wolfenstein:
a
The Old
very
Blood.
family friendly. I mean,
It's
both of those
a
are
really good game.
And then we have Bassmaster Fishing.
Oh, there you go. There's one for
Yippee.
Vet. Look at that. Look.
Yeah, I would
There
live
he is.
stream that.
You would.
Yeah,
I would.
do it, man. And
Actually,
then we have Paradise Killer.
Even
which,
the fish are looking happy in that shot,
I
aren't they?
know.
Did you see that?
I mean, look, if
Yeah.
I can use sticks of dynamite in that game, great.
I would
Look at that
doubt
fish
it.
smiling over there. Look at it.
Yeah, but there's massive multiplayer mode as well, where you can fish with
That
others.
is outstanding.
Paradise Killer is a strange detective game that I know. It has a soundtrack that I know Ninja X is like. It was one of the first to brought onto our
I'm very
video music show,
confused
and
by
it
the
was like-
thumbnail, though. I don't. None of the characters in that thumbnail don't make sense. You've got to. I don't understand what's going
Yeah,
on.
I mean, yeah, you collect the evidence, record testimony, and interpret the facts from your own truth, and then you decide who you think is the killer, and you.
Oh,
say,
it's like
"This is
Clue."
killer," and then
So it's Clue.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so
Is that
board
like
game.
Cluedo?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah. But yeah, this is a the music
Sackboy.
is supposed to be super good. Sackboy, I thought hadn't Sackboy already joined PlayStation Plus? Oh well, it's listed again in any
It's
case.
the game of the month for April.
Yeah. But apparently listed again, but it's worth listing again because it's Sackboy. And
It's
then
a great game.
I mean,
Yeah, and
look, he's
looking at
all happy,
classics-
and then you go to
Yeah,
Clue.
Doom 2.
Yeah, premium.
All
The
the
classics
Dooms.
being added to streaming. Doom, original Doom, Doom 2, Doom 64, Doom 3, Dishonored Definitive Edition as well. So yeah, a bunch of great games began this month to PlayStation Plus. One of those months that really has me going, maybe I should sign back up, because even though I never use it.
I don't think that I never think they let you down with the games. They're always
No.
There may not be games I want to play or haven't already played, but they're great. They put some real A-listers out there.
Yeah.
There you go. He streamed the fish game. He enjoyed it.
Everybody loves streaming a fish game.
Well, he's actually posed there with his controller like a fishing rod. Do you see that? It's like ready to go.
Yeah,
exactly.
Catfish the game? Wait, that's a different thing. That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other fish. A whole other kettle of anchovies.
If anyone was excited about, if anyone other than me knew about this game or was excited about this game, Endless Dungeon was supposed to be releasing next month and being a roguelike tactical game where you basically try to set up your I think it's kind of like Dungeon Keeper. You try to build a dungeon and trap your people coming in.
It looks like that carnival game that never came out on Stadia.
Yeah. But this game was supposed to release next month, but it's now been pushed to October, which is sad to see. But hopefully it makes. Well, isn't it Miyamoto? So like a delayed game will eventually be good, but a bad game released will never.
Yeah, but also it doesn't always mean it's because they're making changes. It could simply be that they've looked at the lineup of games coming out in the next couple of months, and they're never going to get a sale in. They're never going to get the noise, so push it out to a quiet month.
And who here has played Trine?
Oh, what a great game!
Trine 5 has been announced.
Ooh!
And this is the first trailer. I like Trine.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Gorgeous game.
I honestly, initially when you said it, I thought you said Tron. I was like, I watched the movie.
There is a Tron game coming.
I know.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, visual novel by Bithell Games, the guy who made...
Disney is getting really just diving right in with the gaming.
But it's a the Tron game is a visual novel, dropping on Steam, PC, and the Switch quite soon, and it's made by the guy who made Thomas Was Alone.
Right. Well, yeah. They've released a couple of things. They also added a new a mobile game. Mirrorverse was added from Disney, but they made that announcement like 2 years ago, and I said this yesterday when I was streaming that Disney, or I said it Monday on the PlayStation Place. We were talking about Disney's games, and I said, well, they said this 2 years ago that they are open to partnering with anybody. To create, whether it's mobile, console, or PC, whatever, they're trying to get games tied to their IP, basically all the movies and stuff that they own. So they could basically churn out a new game like
all the time.
Yeah, they could come out with games all the time, and I mean, I don't think if it's done right, like Gameloft has done a fantastic job with their stuff.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see
Dreamlight Valley is just a stunning game. I mean, it's
and I'm waiting next week for the racing game. I'm waiting for the Speedstorm game because I stated, I think I said this Monday, I said that's going to be the one that gives Nintendo a run for its money for Mario Kart. I think that could actually take the place of Mario Kart. And there's rumors that Disney's working with somebody else to put together a competitor for Super Smash Brothers to compete with it, but using the Disney properties. So, but from what I've heard, I think that one's going to be through Square Enix. We'll be working with them on that one.
Yeah, Trine 5, at any rate, looks great.
Oh, and look, you must have been looking at Zelda.
I actually haven't seen it yet. It's just recommending it to me.
It's because Rock's on the show. That's why. It's just trying to get him.
What it is.
It's trying to get him to buy. He's like, we know you have a Switch.
Exactly.
Buy us.
However, it's already launched. This game.
Go.
The Tron game is out, by the way, guys. It seems.
Did they hear us? God, man, the internet really does listen to you.
Wow.
So from Bithell Games and Disney comes a Tron visual novel.
Yeah, I think it was a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, but do you not get to race the cars and stuff and play Snake?
That's what I thought initially, and I don't think you do. But it still looks cool, though.
Yeah, like it looks amazing for a visual novel, and like I like Mike Bithell makes really cool games, and
It's already lost. Rock's already lost.
And
Listen to him grumbling like a little kid. I'm sorry, you sound like my 5-year-old. I don't like that.
So it's RPG. Think RPG dialogues with a lot of reading.
Yeah, no, I can't.
read
I
from
don't play
universe.
games to read. That's like reading a book while you're playing noughts and crosses. You can't do them both. You know, it's not a thing.
It might be for someone. I mean, it's okay. So it's definitely Nintendo only.
Well,
so
no, it's for Bjorn. He loves all this.
Yeah, so he'll get this.
Yeah, I wonder if they've done this to coincide with the ride opening in Disney, because they've just done the light cycle ride. I think that opened like maybe a couple of weeks ago.
I think it was actually the release date might correlate to that, but the game itself was basically, from my understanding, is like Mike Bithell, who's running this company, who makes this. He's also on a podcast with some other high profile people in the industry called Play Watch Listen, and he's talked a bit about the game over there. It's like Disney asked them if they would be interested in making a Tron game, and they pitched what it was, and then I think worked for.
I'm surprised Disney wanted to go that route with a game where you have to just. I mean, not a game. I mean, a edutainment title.
I mean, this is the same studio who made a John Wick game, which was a like turn-based strategy game.
Didn't Mike Bithell do the Monkey Island stuff?
No, he made Thomas Was Alone with the boxes who.
I will say Disney's.
That's because he was a naughty engine.
I will say though, it's definitely interesting to see what the different styles that they're getting into in the gaming industry now. Because if anybody was going to do it, if it wasn't Apple, Disney alone could basically take over the gaming industry by themselves, just with the amount of IPs.
Probably.
Their Super Smash Brother equivalent. I mean, they've got. It's going to be on all. From what I've been told and what I've dug up, it will be, and this is like stuff that was leaked out by accident. It's going to be on all platforms, cross-play, cross-progression type stuff. But they will have certain platforms where you'll have exclusive guest characters. So there'll be certain characters on Nintendo that will be exclusive to just the Switch, and like on Xbox, you'll have exclusive content for just the Xbox. Because they were talking like Mario could potentially show up, but would only be if you had the game on the Switch.
I've never ever seen Thomas Was Alone.
It's a great
I'm sorry, I've just got
2011.
visions of Thomas was a naughty engine.
You're gonna ruin Thomas the Tank. Then again, look at the people they had reading the stories though. As I remember, George Carlin.
Oh wow.
Which one of the Baldwin guys was the one that's got in trouble for, his latest round of issues. But this is.
This looks really cool.
This looks great.
Yeah, I'm.
But I've just bought Mario Kart. I mean, come on.
To be fair though, like Mario Kart might be the commercial game to dethrone, but it's not the best kart racer to dethrone. That price hands down goes to Crash Team Racing, and always has.
Right, but do you realize, like, look at all of the world, the movies that Disney has. Yeah. Those can all be places you race in. Look at all the characters from all of their movies.
To how it plays. Yeah. Like any car,
of course. Jim out of the blue, Crash Team Racing.
But Crash Team Racing is the best kart racer.
I don't know, Bjorn. Bomberman Kart was pretty good.
Look, Jim just showed up out of the blue just because he heard the word crash. No. So he just assumed, you crashed? What?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would be the same way. Because if they could come out with a new Crash game, it would be...
They will,
here's
eventually.
What about Garfield Kart? No votes for Garfield?
I mean...
like... Sonic Team Racing is good. The outright racing games are good, but nothing comes close to Crash Team Racing. Mario Kart is in comparison. I will say, it's fun, but in comparison,
Disney's gonna. But the other thing with Disney is that this will be the first cross-play, cross-progression game that will be fully functional on PlayStation with everything else, every other platform. Oh yeah, Nickelodeon. I forgot they had a racing game.
Yeah, everyone has a racing game at this point.
I'm
Paw
giving
Patrol
it.
has one.
I'm giving it to Phoenix. She's a guest. She wins this one. She wins. Hands down.
Could have said anything.
Well, my sources
Oh
say
my God,
Disney is going to get the win in the end.
Do you know, the only serious
I'll side
point
with Jen.
the problem I have with Disney at the moment is that they've not invested in the old school characters for a long time. So Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse. I mean, they pop up in these games, but young kids don't know who they are unless they go to Disneyland.
My 5-year-old knows who all of those are, but he watches the old stuff. That's what YouTube was invented for. It's not to watch. I mean, it's to watch my content.
But you know what I mean? They've bought
Yeah,
Star Wars, they bought Marvel, they put tons and tons and Avatar, and they put tons and tons of stuff into all that. But they
they don't
no
push...
new Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck stuff, is there?
Well, I mean, if you look at like the Disney Junior side of things, the kid version, there are variations, but not like
true.
not like what we grew up as kids watching, in the 80s. They don't have that stuff anymore.
Well, you may grow up in the 80s, mate. I was working down factory in the 80s.
Well, I mean,
Rokk was Steamboat Willie time.
Exactly. That was me.
That's what I may have grown up. That was what was on.
In fact, that's what they used to call me.
Yeah, before this turns into a adult only show more than it already is. Some news. I don't know. Some news from Jeff Keighley. The Gamescom opening night live will return on Tuesday, August 22nd.
Oh, nice.
So E3 might be dead, but Summer Games Fest.
I love that. That's excellent.
Yeah, we're still doing the live show.
See, he did the clever thing and pushed it all online when they were still trying to get everybody into a huge conference center and charge them $800 a ticket.
Yeah. Jeff Keighley is like, think of what you will of his presenting skills and everything, but he is a force to be reckoned with in the game industry, and he he does these things out of genuine love for
money.
Genuine love. For gaming.
Well, that might be on paper it's gaming, but in reality we know what it's for: the almighty financial gain.
The Washingtons, the Benjamins.
I mean, I'm sure it helps, but I've seen enough.
The euros, pounds, I don't know.
Stories. I've heard enough behind the scenes stories from game devs about how Jeff Keighley is a.
There's no question. You can't do what he does without having a passion for the games industry. But I'm sure he's not doing it and living in a cardboard box under a bridge either.
Of course he wants to.
Yeah, he's living in probably just a 2-story flat, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
What was his history? Where did he come from? How did he suddenly arrive in
the mountains?
He started on, I believe, the Spike TV thing as a presenter, I think.
Okay. Right.
Video journalist, and then.
So he was a nobody, because how many people were really out there watching Spike, taking anything on Spike TV?
Yeah.
And then he did game trailers.
That's true.
Like game trailers, the .tv, I think, or whatever it was also, he was working on that as well. I remember hearing his voice in voiceover reviews back in the day. So, we have some more rumors about.
See, Xbox. If you think about it, Xbox's logo it's kind of designed around Easter, isn't it? Because it is like a hot cross bun when you look at it like that.
We don't.
I thought you were going somewhere else at first.
Yeah, so same.
And that's the expression that we get because of your comments.
I'm sorry, Philippe.
It's like, I don't find this funny at all.
Yeah.
Or it's the pricing. Maybe that's what it really is. He doesn't find the pricing funny.
No. So this is it's now as of today. In fact, I linked my Xbox with my Ubisoft account earlier.
Yeah, it's now.
Yeah, but
so
you're.
You need to have.
Is it worth it though?
I mean, the standard $14.99 subscription gives you access to full library of PC, whereas the $17.99 multi-access or for us founders and who got it before they added the
price.
second tier. Same price as the one before.
But you're
Allows
talking
subscribers to play on PC,
$17.99.
Luna, Xbox, and later PlayStation, carrying over their sessions between platforms.
Yeah, that includes a Luna. I mean, it was Luna and Stadia. Obviously, Stadia dropped out of the race, so
Yeah.
it covers anywhere.
For quite a while, it's been like, why do I have all access when it's just PC?
Yeah.
Isn't even out there.
Or Luna.
But now it makes sense, a little bit more sense.
And it'll be coming to PlayStation as well in the near future.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
So they see it as an expansion
But
to
if
make
you're-
their games more accessible.
Yeah, I don't know if people are going to want. You're already spending how much for Game Pass Ultimate? Then you got to add on this subscription, and then what happens when everyone's like, "Oh, well, let's just keep adding things to Game Pass, but we're going to keep charging you extra things." You start adding it up.
I don't disagree with you, and I think the problem they have is they've got they've got Mirage and they've got Skull and Bones, but neither of them are in the near future. Avatar's not coming out till the first quarter of next year, and the film will have been a distant memory by the time it turns up. So
Maybe the next film is out by then.
Yeah, I mean, I happily bought Ubisoft Plus when there was Watch Dogs Legions and Valhalla and Far Cry 6 and a whole ton of games to play, and they've all been played now.
I know, but my issue with this is, why are you going to pay? Because you're going to subscribe for the $17.99, and then within that month, half the games that you're playing in that subscription, they're going to go on sale. So what is the...
Well, yeah, but if there's but the point for me getting it was because at that time they literally released half a dozen AAA games.
Right.
And
but they're not doing that anymore, though.
Exactly. Right. This is why I think this isn't going to make a huge difference, because, like you've just said, if you want to play Valhalla, you pay £15 or $12 or whatever in a sale. And play Valhalla.
The plan for them was to do that, like to keep releasing all of these. But then,
but then
they had this weird, they had all the scandals, and then the internal restructuring, and then another one of those. Meaning that all the games got pushed forward, so they have a massive gap of no games.
I understand that, but then you're still charging way too much for a subscription service.
It's too expensive.
If you are my issue with this is if you are only worried about you're just in the Xbox ecosystem.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $18 extra when I know that with Ubisoft everything goes on sale.
Yeah.
We know that's just how it is. I may as well just wait it out.
If they said for an extra, I'm thinking about you here, Vet. If they said for an extra $5 a month,
I would be okay with 10 extra.
Yeah, okay.
That you're talking almost $20 a month extra
But you imagine if Xbox said we've got a special deal with Ubisoft Plus for just $5 extra a month, you have access to it. Everybody else has to pay $17. You imagine how many people would sign up for that service?
Hands down they would. I agree. That would make perfect sense.
Yeah,
but they're not doing that, which is dumb.
They're not doing it. I know.
And I saw when this tweet came out, I was reading the comments, and there are people trying to spin it. Oh, it's a great deal, but the vast majority, everyone was like, "No, we ain't doing this.
No.
Too expensive."
Because there's nothing compelling, and I hear what you're saying, Bjorn, about the issues they've had. But my feeling is if you're a company this big, you do proper project management, and you stagger those projects and make sure that you've got a roadmap that has something half decent coming out once a quarter. They've had nothing out now for months.
And then just threw that roadmap out the window. They canceled 6 games.
But the thing is also, you got to think of it looking like we think this, like how you're thinking, Bjorn. I agree with you on that. Like that's how we would think. But the general gamer is going to think like how I stated.
I mean,
why?
And
I know Ubisoft. They're going to put it on sale the moment I sign up. For
but
this.
then when they eventually when they get back on track with everything, let's say when, and they have start having staggered releases, every 2 months there is a big AAA game coming from Ubisoft, and it's and the quality seems to be up there for most of them. Then there's the appeal is suddenly there again.
Then it would make sense. What I think they should have done, also in my opinion, is add if you're gonna do that with the monthly thing, just put an annual subscription price there too.
Annual?
I mean, no.
Did
annual.
you say put an anal subscription price?
No. Get your mind out the gutter, man.
No, that's
what
a Google
he said.
That's what Phil Harrison wants. That is a Google. That's
He
Google's
said put an
next
annual
project.
subscription price. I'm only telling you what he said. I'm just, just trying to be helpful.
It's just my southern accent. I can't help it.
But then, to be fair though, if you signed up for a yearly sub, and then they ended up having like what happened? They released 3 massive titles, had 3 more in the line, and they got them pushed back forward like 2 years, and suddenly nothing is releasing for a year, and you've paid for a year. You would be livid.
You would be livid,
It's bad
but
for
you're
them to
also
have-
you're also the one that decided, hey, annual subscription. Let me sign up for it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
but it's a
like,
hit or miss.
I get why people want the annual subscriptions to get like a slight discount or everything, but at the same time, at the end of the day,
I
it's
just think
better
it's,
to
I
pay
think it's
monthly
too
and
much.
cancel when you don't want it anymore.
Well,
You
no,
get
I
back
agree
in.
with that. I think they should have put it about $10.
Yeah, but then
Knowing
if they had
knowing-
like a month
but the
when
thing is,
releasing
they
a Far Cry
know-
and an Assassin's Creed,
But the thing is,
Then-
they already know that. Put it as a temporary thing, an introductory price of an introductory monthly fee of $10 a month, because you know that you don't have anything, and you know as a company you're going to be putting sales on because that's what you do. You know that
Yeah.
these certain games aren't going to be out for quite a while. Here, guess what? We're going to launch it at this price at $10 a month.
Introductory
for
for 6 months or something, just to
Yeah.
get people on board. And
Yeah, because nobody's going to want to pay $17 a month
No.
on top of what they're already paying. It's ridiculous.
oh, is there a state of play going on right now?
Oh, is there? Oh, I gotta go. But no,
Oh.
just kidding.
Yep. I think it started at 10 o'clock, so 45 minutes ago.
is this the PlayStation State of
Yeah.
Play? Yeah,
That's-
it's
You know what? That's what Twitter
Final
and YouTube
Fantasy, another
Look.
Sackboy. I mean, that's it, isn't it? It's-
Yeah,
are for. Neither of
That's
those that I will.
Final Fantasy is
it's
everything.
news for next week, people. It's not for this
me.
week.
It's not for me. I'm not gonna play that game. And to be fair, with Final Fantasy, I'll find out about it in Twitter and on Monday when I do a PlayStation podcast. So either way, I'm gonna hear all about it and still not care.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I just wanted to mention this little story. The Super Mario Brothers theme from Koji Kondo has been entered into the U.S. National Recording Registry, making it the first video game soundtrack to ever do so, which is kind of notable. Took
Somebody
them long
said
enough.
that. Didn't someone say
USA.
earlier that
I'm
it's
sorry.
it's at number 5 in the singles charts, the Bowser theme or something.
But that's from the movie. That's but Bowser has
it's-
a ballad, like a rock ballad that he sings in the movie.
Also, Rock, you
Of course
gotta
he
also
does.
remember this is America. Just that's all you gotta. I just have to say it that way. This is the U.S. I mean, just think of the average American, and this is why. This is what you get.
might say that. I couldn't possibly comment.
No, you can't comment that. I can say that.
Yeah,
You,
we've already talked about that, which leaves us with the last story of tonight. Microsoft has signed a 10-year cloud gaming agreement with EE.
What the hell's that?
Yeah,
That's
Everything
a mobile
everywhere.
provider.
Oh,
everything
it's a-
everywhere is what it stands
it's a
for.
mobile
It's a mobile provider in the UK.
Believe it or not.
What
That's why I
do they
wouldn't
have
know.
to do with cloud gaming?
doesn't matter. You know what? No, I'll tell you why. It's
Yeah, but
where-
you
where's-
don't
where's-
know, mate. How
No,
can
no,
you
no.
possibly tell him
Because
why? You didn't
I
even know
I
who
will-
they were 20
It
seconds
doesn't
ago.
matter. I don't need to know because where are they located? Where are they located? The UK.
UK.
That's all. That's right there.
Yeah, and that's
That's-
meaning what? Are you going to do
They're
a Biden
trying-
on us?
No, because Biden's in Ireland right now, so I think he's promoting Northern Ireland or something. I don't know. I don't want to get into
Yeah.
politics.
Everyone is very confused in the announcement.
I can tell you exactly
Wait,
because
is
I
that
do
Biden?
know who they are. They
Wait,
are
who's the old guy?
they are my mobile network provider. They-
Is that Biden?
No, Biden's never. I've never met Biden, and my grandmother doesn't have his surname, so I can't. It's nothing to do with them. No, that so basically, EE have been trying to break out into the wider gaming sphere, and they actually have a deal with Xbox that if you take out one of their broadband packages, they throw in Game Pass Ultimate.
Right.
But the bit that you're missing here, on the same day that they announced this deal with EE, where, by the way, they mentioned PC gaming and cloud, was on the same day they also announced the rollout of the additional 40 countries and the speculation around PC gaming widening out. So
look, guys, we're being friendly. Let us have that deal, that Activision deal now.
yeah, no, I think this is more to do with the fact that EE actually pulled a team together back in October to look at services they can roll out, gaming services that they're not doing at the moment. They want to be the preemptive, sort of the prominent gaming network in the UK.
So like basically, if you want internet, you on your phone or home broadband, you go with EE.
Yeah, they do all of that anyway. But what they also have is that if they throw Apple TV in, or you can have a Game Pass Ultimate subscription for a year, that kind of stuff.
And maybe an Xbox in the future. Who knows?
Well, if they're giving away Game Pass, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump, isn't it? To say, and also you can play PC games because they're now part of this deal. So I think this is all to do with this. I don't think you've got an article on this. I covered it on Rock Show earlier. But the speculation is that xCloud is about to add PC games into the Xbox xCloud. So at the moment, you can only play... Right, so you can only play those games with your PC, with your Game Pass on PCs. Yeah. But it's looking like they're now coming to xCloud.
So what you're saying is they're going to merge PC Game Pass with Game Pass, and just basically you're just going to have Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah.
And you'll be able to play those games on xCloud, so it doesn't matter that you don't have a PC. Now, whether they're providing that or whether they're doing that with GeForce, I don't know. I suspect there's something more to it. But that's what's happening with EE. They're basically going to be able to provide. And the thing is what Microsoft and Xbox are doing here is what Ubisoft should be doing, and that is providing it at a heavily subsidized amount to build a massive market wherein in 12 months' time, when you've forgotten that you've got $5 a month going out, they say, by the way, it's going up an extra $10, and you're back to where you started. But they've gone in at 17, and people are going to, like you've said, Vet, the average guy on the street who's struggling to pay his mortgage and put fuel in his car is going to go, I can't afford that.
Right, and that's that was my point. Is it's one thing for us to say, well, it's a good deal because we know they've had this and that. Most people don't care about that. They're just like, that's too much money. I don't want to spend that. I agree. It should have gone in at a lower price, and then at a year later up the price, and
that's
no one would have. No one would have cared.
That's how marketing works.
Right,
Absolutely.
exactly, and no one would have cared because they've already been paying it. So they're just like, all right, cost of living, whatever, inflation, blah, blah, blah. That's why it went up. They're not going to be like, oh, this was a sneaky marketing ploy to get us to pay more. No, they're just going to assume that it just inevitably everything goes up.
You give them a taste, they like it. They're not going to cancel it, are they? And if you know you've got new games coming out in 9 months, and you give them 12 months of discounted, those new games come out within the period they're committed to, which means they are happy to pay extra.
Yeah, and they're not. Then that's another reason that they are going to assume, oh, well, they just added these new games that literally just came out, so it makes sense. Okay, I understand why the price is going up.
Yeah,
they got to compensate.
I mean, it's marketing 101, and I know what do we know, but it's fairly obvious to me.
Where's Ubisoft located? I mean, I'm not trying to throw them under the bus. Well, it depends.
With Paris and or Quebec.
I'm not saying the French one. I was saying the other one. Obviously, somebody doesn't know marketing 101 now.
Yeah.
Our northern brethren.
Not yet. I mean,
not. I love how everyone's like pointing. It's this guy. Folks, this will be the last time you see me.
If you want to invade someone over that comment, look there. Not to the rest of us.
This will probably be my last appearance on the show.
It's fine. The Canadians aren't here yet.
Where is that scallywag?
No, I'm sure they'll find a way to apologize to you about it.
It's okay. That's why I'm hiding in the Cayman Islands.
But guys, we've been at this for quite some time, and it's been lovely to have you all here. Let's go around the table and see what's happening with everyone this week, the next couple of days. Let's start with Felix. What's up? When COVID's out of your system, what's on the agenda?
So first thing, straight after this, I'm gonna watch State of the Play. So I love Final Fantasy, so I'm gonna be seeing what Final Fantasy 16 is all about. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've already had like loads of messages on my phone, my friends just saying, "Oh my god, you need to see it. It looks really good." So I'm gonna.
This
do
is
that.
which one? 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all look good, don't they? I mean, I don't know what it is.
They're
There's
all-
something in
they're
the
all
water in
beautiful
Japan.
games,
They
and-
just, I don't know how
Yeah.
they do it.
I played Final Fantasy. It was, on the Super Nintendo.
You were just miffed because it was never the final one, weren't you? You were
I didn't understand it. Why is this called Final
I
Fantasy?
bought
I've
this
played
thinking it's the last one, and they just brought another one out.
I played I played the remakes of the first two on Game Advanced, and then I played the Game Advanced, like the Tactics Advanced game, and then I've not touched Final Fantasy ever since.
Now, see, some of my
I like
favorite
those,
games.
but-
There's some of my favorite games, like Final Fantasy X. That was the first game that I played, and I thought, wow, this looks beautiful.
They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous.
Yeah,
And that
they
was
are
way
gorgeous,
back
that's-
in, on
that's true.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
Did you know you could
amazing.
play Final Fantasy 7 on your phone? The original. PlayStation
Oh,
version.
I've during the last 48 hours, I've been watching my partner play the original 7, but
Yeah,
he's doing
original
it on
7 is-
like double speed, so he's just
wow.
No.
He's
But like
just
original
absolutely
7
powering
is
through it.
original 7 is available, like has a mobile port that's available. That's
So
actually free with the Google Play Pass if you want to play it on Android.
Wow.
So
So where
That's a quite
I've
good game.
gone to PlayStation's YouTube website, and there's no link for the State of Play.
I think they were doing it on Twitter.
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
Well, I mean, Elon's got to get some business somehow. he's losing people left and
did you see that he's signing the company over to his dog?
I did.
Seriously,
he's lost it, man.
he's set up a new company called
Proper lost
Xco
it.
because the rumor is that he's
Well-
going to change the name of Twitter to X, and that he's actually put his dog down as the chief exec of this new company that he's set up. He's not. He's on another
crazy.
planet, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's,
he's gone mental. But
yeah.
It's okay. He's
He's a proper Bond. He's a proper Bond villain. I mean, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be let loose with breath.
You gotta taste it. You gotta taste of that gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, so State of Play, and then
Stay at play. Probably carry on with Hogwarts tonight. And then
good plan.
I'm hoping to stream a bit of Hogwarts tomorrow on Twitch about 4 o'clock UK time.
Yeah, nice.
So
Don't miss
do a
that,
bit
people.
of-
No. Twitch.tv/Miss Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know
Get
it
in
makes
there.
sense.
Rock, they did have a state of play, by the way. It ended 28 minutes ago. It was just Final Fantasy 16. I will skip that. I just wanted to throw that out there also. I will pass on that because I'm sure I will find out all about it
Oh,
from...
no, it does look good. I've just got it up
It
now.
does,
Yeah,
but
it does. It
just
looks
not
good.
enough for me to buy it.
No.
Sorry. I mean, if they give it to me for free with PlayStation Plus Premium, then
I thought, look at the quality of the graphics, and it turned out to be the designer talking to camera.
man, look how
I mean,
realistic
that tells
the
you something
graphics
about
are.
the expectations people have on,
Yeah,
on
right.
Final Fantasy, though. But Rock, what's your plan for this week then?
Where are we? Thursday, Friday tomorrow. Rock around the clock. So it's open all hours tomorrow. It's the everyone can join in the giveaway. So subscribers and Team Rock members get
I'll
a chance
join.
at winning.
And
Yeah,
I'll leave, and then I'll win.
Weekend. I don't know if I've got anything planned for the weekend. I'm going to be just chilling out with my animals in Animal Crossing.
How are you liking that game?
I'm loving it, mate. Some weird dude turned up tonight, Harvey. This guy Harvey was off his trolley. There's so many guys on weed wandering around the island. It's bizarre.
And I thought this was a game for kids.
No, it's like Magic Roundabout, mate. They are totally off their trees. Totally. Harvey, he's like, yeah, I'm looking to set up a commune for artists. I'm thinking, what?
You need where are these videos? Like, I want this recorded.
Yeah, I know. I could
coming.
be the anti-Switch streamer, couldn't I?
Nintendo, did you know about this?
They would kill. Oh, mate, I would
You would
get
be taken
ceases
down
and
so
desists.
fast. Yeah.
They'd be all
Not
over
for you,
me.
but you would get that not from Nintendo. You'd be getting applauded by Nintendo, and then the entire Switch community for Animal Crossing would be happy.
There's this seagull, right? Once a week he washes up on the shore, and he's fallen off his boat. And you've got to go around and repair his microphone thing, and then his mates never turn up to pick him up.
I thought he was drunk.
No, he's
I've been ignoring him.
Why have I never known about that? I have to get this now.
It's true.
It sounds so weird.
Oh, it's true.
Bjorn's like,
you.
all right, how much is this animal game? I mean, I'm gonna have to see what
I
this
love
is
it.
about.
I might do a bit of dinkum as well. Crystal's requesting some dinkum, so I might get that out.
Do it.
That looked really good. I
It's
really
a great
like that.
little game. It really is.
I think it was just used initially when it first came out, like on GFN. It was just made fun of. But I watched Rokk. I watched yours. I've watched a couple other people streaming it, and it's way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
It's a
from
great
just
little
from
game.
watching it,
and it's so affordable as well. It's only like $15 or something.
Yeah. Well, and multiplayer, open world, I guess. Really,
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched somebody and it was camping and parasailing or something. I don't know. There was so much going on.
Yeah,
I
you
was
can.
like,
You can ride. You can do. There's tractors that you can buy and hurtle around the island, knocking over kangaroos and stuff.
And for one guy to have done that as well, I thought
That's
that looked
amazing.
remarkable.
Yeah,
That's really
that's
good.
what blew me away. That it's literally it was literally one guy supported by his wife, bless him, and I
So,
also like the
what is
tribute that he Hey.
I was gonna say, if one guy could do that good of a game,
Yeah.
what's that say to these other companies that
know.
have like tons,
know.
like EA and places like that struggle? And
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, it makes you think, doesn't it? It makes you think. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's me, mate. So a bit of that.
Yep.
Thank you.
How about you, Ed?
well, let's be real. We all know what I'll be doing. No, but Saturday I'm actually doing my very first members only stream. I've never done one, and it's only because of the Disney community. Because I have I think 100 channel members, which still amazes me that I have that many that want to actually support my content.
Wait till they've caught up with your old content. mate.
Yeah, when they start looking at the backlog, they're gonna be
It's
like,
a matter of
"Oh,
time, man.
Why? That's the. Right. No, but I broke past 2,200 subscribers on YouTube today. So I'm actually at 2,202.
Well done, dude. Well
And
done.
that's
Well done, man.
been within 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks from when I broke past 2,100. So crazy numbers and things going on, and I'm just having a lot of fun. Just the Disney stuff. It's a whole nother side.
A whole new world.
It is. It's a whole new vet, really.
Vet, you've had loads of ladies in your streams as well. I've been watching.
Yeah, that's basically all that show up now.
He's the Disney equivalent of a Chippendale. You know that, don't you? A cuddly Chippendale.
They did have a skit on Saturday Night Live that I was a part of. They had a fill-in for me. I couldn't make it for the episode, so they used Chris Farley instead. They just said,
I feel we should do one of these.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jack. That's amazing, my friend. Thank you so much.
Let me there we go. I got to get the golf clap on camera.
Wow. I was just watching them popping up and thinking, what's going on? Thank you so much, my
friend.
Every time that happens, I'm like, I pause because I don't get that, and then it just started happening, and now I get people like that when you go on live to play Disney, and I'm like, you guys want to see me stream? That's so weird. But then I made the mistake after one of my first 2 raids, I did make the mistake, and I got clipped. Meg clipped me saying this twice, that once I move, I'm going to dress up as a Disney character.
Oh, you're not now then? I'm sorry. I thought you were. I thought you were Baloo Bear.
But I have not stated what character, and thank God, because I almost was going to say, it could be anything,
Goofy.
do Goofy or
Goofy.
Peter Pan, and I was like, oh, thank God, because someone would
You
clip
don't
it
look
though.
like a small boy. Let's be frank.
No, I would be the Robin Williams version of Peter
Yeah,
Pan.
fair enough.
And nobody wants to see this.
Although,
in type.
can you guys imagine Vet dressed up as Tinkerbell?
Oh no, thank you, Bjorn. I can't.
Well,
I'm not
I'd
going to
like
be able to
to see
sleep
it.
now.
Rock's like, hey, I can never go to sleep. Hun, I can't sleep anymore.
I'm not going to be able to sleep now. There's
think
this,
it's
Well, I'm
brilliant.
there's
Little-
this
little pom-poms
fairy,
on
and
his
it won't
shoes.
stop talking, and it's
I
doing
want
my
that
head.
now.
Rock's gonna be like, well, I'm now officially a 24-hour streamer. I can't do anything else.
Congrats,
Yeah.
though, brother. It's much deserved. Well done.
It's a lot of fun. So I
Well
won't
done.
be. I'll be live tomorrow night, somewhere around there, around 7 or so, and then I'll be.
I can
I
hear
don't know what
Tinkerbell.
Yeah, I don't know what time I'll be live on Saturday for the members only. So if you I did have a poll up to vote on the game, and I put a couple of different ones that were Disney related, but it seems I'll be still doing Dreamlight Valley.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody wants that, so I'm like, all right. Well,
When's the DLC coming out?
for
when's that?
which?
For
The patch.
Dreamlight? Yeah, the
Oh, it was,
patch.
earlier this week.
Oh, it's already come out.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, but I thought they were making it multiplayer or free to play or something.
I think that'll be later
Yes, on
on.
both.
I don't.
Both of those things is a yes, but not now, but later.
Ah,
Yeah, they haven't announced when the multiplayer will be.
right.
And I know there's other worlds and realms that they're planning on different movies and tie-ins
Right.
from Disney properties.
the
that they're
the
bringing.
Lion King is that
Lion
something?
King just
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
in. They actually sent out a poll to let you vote on different things. For like what movies would you like, and I picked 101 Dalmatians and a few other Peter Pan, and there were a few other ones that I spotted that I would love to see them incorporate into the game. There's so much potential with what they have with
'Cause when
Dreamlight
you,
Valley.
when you go
and
to like the castle,
Treasure
and
Planet.
there's so many doors that aren't open yet. So the,
Yeah,
I thought that
Knowing
Cruella
Disney,
movie
though.
was excellent. Did you ever see that? The
I
live action?
haven't. No, I haven't
Cruella.
seen it.
It's
I
No,
gotta say,
fantastic.
like knowing Disney, the last two Disney franchises to be entered into Dreamlight Valley will be Treasure Planet and Atlantis.
What? I know what?
Atlantis.
Oh yeah.
There's
well,
a
no,
lot of
Like
rumors.
both of those were it's like amazing, but Disney really didn't want them made.
Well, the black hole. I always remember. Do you remember the black? Oh, you wouldn't remember.
The Black
It was
Cauldron.
The
I-
black hole. Hole. As
Oh,
in-
I was thinking.
I
No,
think it
go
was the
away.
black
I
hole.
don't want-
I'm sure it was called black hole.
I don't care about your hole in your foot. Go away.
See this? Here you
This
go.
is-
This child is walking around with half his foot hanging off, and he don't
we gotta
care
wrap this up
none.
then.
just wants to talk Disney.
But this is what I get. Also, like I'll be streaming, and then he just comes up. Hey, Dad, you want to know about Pokemon? And then has a conversation where the chat can hear it.
But mate,
And they love it.
he is more important. You've got to give him the love.
Don't you dare!
No, put
Yes,
lipstick. Put
there,
lipstick on
there.
it.
Cool
Come on,
it,
do
cool
it, do it.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Oh dear! Quick zoom in. There we go. What is it? Shaving cream or is
No,
it?
it's Cool Whip. Now I'm gonna die.
There you go. You see, this is the kids learn, don't they? Dad ain't gonna do nothing when he's on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
good.
glad we caught that. That's so good. Yeah.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one we're entering into the awards, Bjorn. That's
Yep,
the one.
definitely going to work.
All right, there we go.
Brilliant. How about yourself, Bjorn? What have you got coming up, my friend?
I'm going to go. I've finally recorded the last dad jokes for the dad joke competition that me and my wife was running for the some Outright Games keys. So I'm gonna edit that and get that out. Otherwise, I was thinking, like, I don't know what really if I have any slot this weekend, but I hope I do. But I do want to make some sort of like community multiplayer tray racer stream. It kind of feels like a fun thing to do.
How many people can play that game?
16 in one lobby, so it feels like perfect for a stream of my size.
Yeah, and they're quite quick. I would have thought they're
Yeah, like 5-10 minutes,
Seconds,
5 to
yeah.
10 minutes
Okay.
to do a full match. So yeah, I'm definitely
Oh,
gonna try
Dad! Oh.
that. Yeah. Other other than that, I guess I'm I am still working on a script for a Baldur's Gate video, but I am doing. The
what
review.
about this game you're building with AI and stuff?
Yeah, I feel like should I've been talking about it so much now, and I feel like I need to do it. So I'm gonna try to. Good Reaver, you clicked it.
Well done, Reaver.
Yeah, so I have this idea that I'm gonna try to use AI as my coding monkey to help me out with the code, and then try to learn build a simple game in Unity and see if I can learn how to make games. Yeah. And I was thinking I should just stream it, and then if someone jumps into chatting, they maybe and is programming, maybe they can help me out, or just come in there and laugh at me making something weird.
Yeah,
so I'm probably gonna do some streaming of me trying to learn how to make games.
Well, Jack in the house is Jack. I'm going to get this wrong, but I'm fairly certain he's a guru in quantum computing. So
I don't think that will help me though for learning Unity. Though.
Well, it might help you to.
He's way smarter than I am.
It's got the word computing in, so it's halfway there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard quantum. I thought we were going a Marvel direction.
Quantum. You were there with Scott Bakula, mate, weren't you? Quantum Leap.
Yeah, actually, I did. That's what I thought. Either that, or I thought, wait, are we doing Marvel, or are we talking Quantum Leap here?
But expect that probably you might see next week some me sitting down for 2 hours trying to do some Unity.
I'd love to see you do that. I mean, just do it live. It would be great fun.
Yeah, bring ChatGPT in to help me with the code. And,
do it
which one are you using? Are you using Google or Bing?
What?
Which one are we using?
Mate, you're just making yourself look daft now.
That's the point. I'm actually going to use probably
I got
him.
You should have got out while the going was good. Are you using Google or Bing?
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. No, but I've been doing some research. I've been generating some AI art to use for the sprites and stuff. So. We'll see. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't work. I have an idea of what I want to make, but it's way too big, so I need to scale it down somehow. But I'm not sure how. But
do it.
Feature people already. But I'm going to start with trying to make Flappy Bird, because that's the tutorial that everyone uses.
Oh, then, it was all going so well. I thought
you got to start somewhere. I got to learn.
You said. Publicly, I've worked to this great idea for a game. I've got some ideas that's going to be really cool, and then it turns out to be Flappy Bird. Which is...
I'm gonna do that right after. I need to learn how do I actually use Unity? How do I add anything?
Flappy Bird.
And there are tutorials of how tutorial.
You could do a tribute. You could do a Donkey Kong or a Mario or something. Do it like a.
So my comment got ridiculed for Bing or Google. And he's coming out talking about Flappy Bird. I'm the smart one now.
Screw this. Let's roll the outro.
That's a fair shout. That's a fair shout.
Thank you everyone for joining. My camera's decided to get blurry all of a sudden as well. So it's been amazing to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me.
Great fun.
I'll see you all next week, except you, Vet, because I think you will be in the moving van at that point.
Yeah, I'll be on vacation again.
Is that what they're calling it these days? The moving van? Yeah.
Well, it's a van, down by the river.
Have a great evening, guys.
The padded cell. I know.
Have a great evening, guys. Have a great weekend, and see you.
Cheers.